Well, no, I think that's what I get frustrated with the great debate community. You ask a question that could simply be answered in a sentence, maybe a paragraph, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But what you get is 3 pages of drivel, none of them answering the question.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the idea is just to listen to me talk, because, oh, I'm so smart, oh, I'm so knowledgeable. And then what happens when you answer in 3 minutes, something that can happen in 30 seconds, and adding so much BS to it, there's
Mm-hmm.
so much that has to be objected to and followed up on. But then you say, well, you won't let me finish. Well, make a point.
Yes, indeed.
It's often a deliberate tactic, and that is to bog you down in so much bullshit you actually can't address everything, or it would take you a day to address their 5 or 10 minutes of bullshit, and so they just go off on their merry way, thinking, yeah, I didn't get defeated.
It's frustrating. And I would believe that Calvinism leads more people to atheism than anything in the Christian doctrine. I don't know that it makes a whole bunch of sense. And I want to know more of the motives behind this John Calvin guy. How dare you think that you are elect, or that there is even a group of people who are elect? I would think that the reason he died on the cross is for all of our sins, so that we all have a chance at redemption.
Well, okay, what's this redemption thing?
So we all have if we do actually have choice, right? We have free
Mm-hmm.
will, if that is accurate. And I'm taking the stance that it is. I don't get the, well, I get the deterministic view. I think it gives us a lot less power as human beings. It just doesn't seem accurate. But if we do have a chance in the process of it, it doesn't even, scientifically, it doesn't even work for me. Then the goal is to go on, right? If you don't believe that, and you believe that you do not exist after it, then that's fine. That as well. But if the goal is to go on, and there's some standards on how you go on, and you have to meet this threshold or these standards, and I don't know necessarily entirely what they are, because I'm not God, right? I'm not going to be doing the picking and choosing at the end. Why set up a system where you already know, not based on people's choice and action, but based on your choice and action, who will be selected?
Well, what does it matter at the end of the day whether you're selected or not, but that you live your life according to the principles that would have you be selected if you live the life according to the principles that would have you selected. You know what I mean? Just live the life, assume you're going to be selected, and be done with it.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Good. So we can move on to something else?
Okay.
But hang on, I'll just quickly add, though, that once God is defined as all-knowing and all that, which this God is, that's already set up the system of what you're just talking about within Calvinism. He knows you're going to exist before you're even born. He knows what you're going to do with your life. He knows where you're going to end up. That comes with being all-knowing. So the Calvinism concept is just a bit of an expansion on that, I guess.
Okay.
Or they just elaborate more concisely on
it. And let me take on this one. I could be completely okay with that, given a linear perspective of time, right? If the God or the being exists in our temporal understanding of the universe. If he exists outside of it or beyond it, I don't know that that is entirely supported.
Well, you're asserting this God based on what exactly?
What do you mean?
Well, you're mentioning, God. You're giving attributes to God that you think are appropriate, without even knowing that there's a God to give attributes to.
Okay. So I believe there's a God to give attributes to. And I believe that it is supported through Scripture.
Then why does it become anything other than your personal belief and within yourself and none of anybody else's business kind of thing?
Well, I think it is a relationship with God.
I understand that, but why it's not a relationship with you and God and other people, it's just you and God. So why do other people have to be involved in the fact that you're involved, have to be even situational in the discussion that you have, or the relationship that you have with God?
They don't. There's no have to anything. It's a choice.
Then why are you discussing the Calvinism versus the whatever the other Arminianism, whatever the religious differences are in interpreting the scriptures, one way or the other?
Oh, the reason I was in there is I was trying to understand. Oh, specifically, more about Calvinism. The challenge that I have with it is, from a Christian point of view, if we are to go out there and enlighten people in terms of give them more information about faith, but our faith has already said that whether they're going to heaven or hell or not, I don't know from my perspective why it would matter that we spread the word.
So a big part of being a Christian is to go out there and spread the word.
I don't know if it's a big part, but it is something that we're asked to do, and it may be a very big part. So let me not say that. It is something that we're asked to do, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if that's been your gift.
So that kind of clashes with my question. If it's a private relationship with your God that you have given the attributes to that you want your God to have, what's the point of spreading the word when it's just your word, really? And your word you came to through your own deductions and conclusions, or did somebody spread the word to you? How did you get to the word?
You usually do have someone spread the word to you, right? There's a belief that it's written on everyone's heart that their knowledge of God or this connection is there. And understanding or knowing Him more, you draw closer to Him. The relationship is yours and yours alone with God, but there is also a belief that more people could have that relationship with the Creator as well.
So how far back did you actually think? How far back does this Creator go in terms of reality, I guess?
Your microphone's going again.
Yeah, you're but it's infinite.
Okay, is it better?
Yeah.
Infinite. You see, now when you get to the infinite, when you go to the infinite regression, as I've heard it being called, this is where my understanding of reality clashes with the theists. And it's very simple in my understanding of the way, say, things began. Where you say it's creation, I say it's cause and effect.
Matters.
Well, let me finish. The cause of the universe, or the effect of the cause is the universe, and the universe is material, and the universe, is what it is. It's a material thing. It's real. Therefore, the simplest deduction, if the universe is material, then the cause of the universe is a material cause. There's no reason to think otherwise for any reason. In my opinion, in my simple understanding, there's no reason to think that the universe started with from anything other than a physical, natural cause. That's it. Beyond that, who knows? But the intelligence and the omnipotence and all the consciousness that is sort of wedged in to the Big Bang story. I just don't understand why you think you really think that most people take you seriously, because there's no explanation, there's no real reason for you to think or believe that there's a consciousness at the beginning of everything, because that's just a human idea.
Okay, so let me ask this question. I understand the cause and effect for organic compounds. What is your cause and effect for inorganic life?
You have to explain that to me, because the very first, the element that that first appeared was hydrogen, right?
Okay.
So everything that's organic, inorganic, whatever, we're all made of the same stuff at the very, very, very core. Carbon or whatever, right?
Okay, but I guess
carbon, hydrogen. Well, it's a hydrogen and helium. Like, we're all made of the same stuff, either organically or inorganically.
Okay, here's my only question. I understand how matter is created by your cause and effect. What I don't understand is how life is. That's my question for you. How is life created from your perspective?
Okay, it's kind of simple, really. My understanding is you got this Big Bang, which went on for 10 billion years. With all the different galaxies and everything settling down and everything, big explosion and everything's flying all over the place. So 10 million years later, a long time. You figure all these, bang, 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 bangs. Even today, we see supernova, even though they're hundreds of light million years away. We still see them happen in the past. However, now galaxies and whatnot we're all sort of far away from each other, not to bash into each other anymore. It's all sort of stabilized in that way, and the gravitation we all sort of emerged from this, right? The whole Milky Way kind of emerged from this Big Bang, okay? And let me just not answer the phone. Go away. So the Milky Way and the solar system and the sun emerges from this 10 billion year beginning. This 10 billion years sort of figuring everything out, just physically, just by pure physics. At the end of this, we got the solar system, we got the sun, and we got the planets. Everything's all stable. What emerged out of that soupy beginning and became life is the same stuff. How it became, how the actual, I guess, life started is a simple. It's simple chemistry, I think.
It's actually not
How
simple.
basic life started. It's got to be simple chemistry.
It's not simple chemistry. It really is not. How does something that is material and not living
What you need
create something
is
that is living?
Hold on, you don't understand what chemistry is then.
I do understand chemistry very well. But you talk
What-
about hydrogen being the first start of that. Hydrogen is not living. It is.
That's right. That's right. I'm saying it 10 billion years later. Okay, hydrogen under tremendous pressure back in the very first in the first chunk of the Big Bang. You know, the environment was such that it was that the environment that when things exploded, like when the hydrogen exploded, or the I'm not a cosmologist, so I don't really quite know how to put it into words. But when the matter under the tremendous heat, exploded, it would create in that heat from the hydrogen would create helium, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. 10 billion years ago, out of that emerges the solar system with all its basic. The periodic table is sort of all there already, the iron and the elements that are part of nature emerged from this chaos and heat that was the beginning of this universe, and that's how you get your hydrogen making all the stuff, all the other elements through those processes of explosions and heat and. I'm not a cosmologist, so I can't even imagine. But there's
your microphone again.
I think it's just easier to say you don't know, and that might be a better answer than it just happens. But the reality of it is,
no, I never said it just happens.
Something
you asked me how did you get organic from inorganic?
Not alive does not create something that is living. Those two things do not happen in science. A rock
Hang on a minute.
does not create plants.
That's an assertion that you can't back up. Now, I think what I can summarize what Sydney's saying.
Science can say that a rock or something that is not living does not give birth to something that is living.
Okay, well, I think Damien has a response.
Go ahead.
Right. A rock is made up of all these elements that Sydney's talking about. A rock is not a single element. Now, so that's you're drawing like a false equivalence or whatever. But what Sydney is saying is you've got all these elements that everything is made up of. Whether it's organic or non-organic, it's still made up of all the same elements that came from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So for life, for those elements to come together to form life, requires certain conditions. Scientists are still working out those conditions, exact conditions, and whether it's only a one type of condition or several different conditions can produce life, they're still working on that, and they don't have that answer. I actually read there was an article posted I saw earlier today that there's a scientist in Europe who thinks he's getting closer to that answer. I haven't read the article yet, so I'm not going to try and speculate on what it says. But it's already been shown that it's possible to happen. So to say that life cannot come from non-life is an incorrect assertion to make that you simply cannot prove. You would have to prove that non-life cannot create life, and all I can say is good luck with that.
Okay, so
simply because of the fact that they're made of the same elements.
Directed
Right?
the question to me. Can I answer it? There's a couple of things that's happened so far. Science has not been able to prove that to this point. But equally, it can be said that one way it could happen is for non-life to create life. Another way it could happen is for a creator to create it. The prime mover could be elements, in the perfect environment, as you've said it, or the prime mover could be a creator. Those are just two options of many.
But no, you see, the problem is the creator is just a concept, a man-made idea and a concept. You can't even go there.
You can't go there with yours. Sorry.
I can't go there with mine? You don't think that we have a physical universe, that the cause was a physical cause? Why not?
It could be a creator who did it.
But it couldn't be a creator who did it, because where'd you get the idea of a creator that it doesn't make sense. It's irrational. It's impossible.
All right, I've got something for you to think on. If it was, just to make an assumption that it was a creator, right?
Right.
Irrespective of what that creator is or was or whatever, but it's just a creator.
Yeah.
That poses even more questions than it actually answers. Now, most people go to the creator as an answer to answer these questions that you've just posed, right? Where did life come from, basically? Mm-hmm. People say God as a way to answer that. But that actually creates even more questions without even actually answering. So why would that be satisfactory if you're searching for answers?
I don't know that it does do that. I think science is constantly asking questions and more and more and more of them.
Mm-hmm. And oftentimes when science discovers something, it creates more answers, absolutely.
But it also creates more questions.
That's what I just said. Sometimes that absolutely happens, yes.
The idea of there being a creator and that creating more questions, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The more information that we have, the more questions that we have. You should never stop asking questions.
No, but my actual question was, which might have gotten lost in everything else I said, was that if you're looking for an answer, and a creator is an answer, I guess, why is that satisfactory in and of itself when it poses even more questions than it actually answers?
Answer poses more questions. We should be focused on finding more questions, whether it's through science or whether it's through the answer of a creator. I don't think it makes a difference. You're still going to have more questions.
But then you've just created a problem for yourself, because unless you can actually communicate with this particular creator, how are you going to get answers from it? You would have to establish a lot about it as well before you can even imagine starting to get answers from it. So you're creating questions that, for all intents and purposes, you'll never answer. Yet science, even if science answers something about any particular topic, and then that itself creates even more questions, we still have a chance of answering those questions. It might take 100 years to get an answer, it might take 500 years to get an answer, but we still have that chance of getting an answer.
But so does religion.
But religion hasn't answered a single thing yet.
Has it?
No.
I think religion answers the most important questions.
No, I don't know. I've been around this world and I haven't seen anything.
Can you name one answer that religion has given that can be supported irrefutably by evidence?
How we treat one another.
No.
No.
Religion hasn't answered that. If you want to pull out, okay, say the golden rule as a way to support your answer on that.
Yeah.
That golden rule was around before religion, organized religion.
It doesn't matter. That's not even a good enough argument. That it was around before religion or anything else. The reality of it is, it's substantiated in the beliefs of a religion that we're saying is positive, is affecting, is those sort of dynamics. It's always, we don't doubt that it's always been around. Why? Because God has always had this information. He was just sharing it with a multitude of people.
But the question was, name just one thing that religion has answered, not what religion has co-opted and
I didn't say
claimed it
co-opted.
as an answer.
It's always been there.
No.
It's always been there. God has always been there.
So what has God got to do with religion then?
They're two separate things.
I don't even understand what that question, how that even relates to the point that was being made.
Well, you said religion has answered a lot of things. So I asked what.
And I said
what has
how we treat one another.
Right.
Specifically, how we that is a bigger question and a more question.
But that has nothing to. But that has nothing to do with God or a God or whether a God has always ever been there or not. That's actually no, because God and religion are two separate things.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you were to,
I don't agree with that.
Even if you were, even if you were to believe that a God exists, which you obviously do, you would have to at least acknowledge that religion was man-made. Otherwise, why did it take practically 100,000 years or more for religion to start appearing? Did God just sit around going, they're doing this, they're doing that, I'll just let them go, blah, 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 100,000 years have passed, okay, now I'll introduce religion? Is that the argument?
No. I think it's always been in our hearts. I think our knowledge or connection to God has always been in our hearts. You're right. And that I struggle a little bit with the religion, quote unquote, because it really is a relationship and connection to God and His Son. And that's what's always been on our hearts.
You make it an assertion every time you say that. You see, you make an assertion about God, which is difficult, impossible to conceptualize or to do anything other than even conceptualize it. It's just an idea. And then you complicate it by adding a son to this impossible and irrational concept.
A son who was himself.
Yeah, it's seriously. My deduction that cause was physical, effect is physical, just seems like, yeah.
Except when you're not right, you just rewrite the script.
We found evidence of bacteria elsewhere. Now, that would mean that we're not so special anymore. Because a big concept of, I won't say all religions, but a lot of religions, is that the universe was created for us. So we're special in this universe. If that's the case, then why are we finding evidence of life, because that's what bacteria is, elsewhere in the universe, on other planets, on comets?
I've never said that about my religion.
No, I didn't say you did. I just said a lot of religions do. So does that mean we're not special anymore? Because their creator has created life elsewhere.
It doesn't mean we're not special. It doesn't mean that they're not special.
The other life forms.
Mm-hmm.
Then why would a creator do that?
I don't know.
Would they be destined? That with those other life forms elsewhere, would they be destined to go to hell? Or would they just not exist anymore once they stop living?
I don't know those answers.
Well, what if in Neanderthal folklore, they had a god who created everything, and throughout the Neanderthal history, they believed in the creator god, right? Whatever version it was, it's obviously lost to history because the Neanderthals are no longer here, and it just makes the whole idea of a god just as nonsensical as it was when we started the show.
That's your opinion.
Do you know how I got to my opinion?
I'd love to hear how you got to your opinion. It doesn't necessarily change mine, but I'm glad that you got there.
Well, I started off with the premise that the cause of the universe was a physical cause. The effect is physical, the cause is physical, easy, easy, easy peasy. That was the first thing. The second thing is to wrap my head around the fact that anything other than physical existence is impossible. Nothing can exist it makes no sense. So the only thing that can be is the physical, the material. If that's the case, then there can never be a time, or there never can have been a time when there was anything other than the physical. In other words, the physical is infinite. Therefore, no need for a creator. Therefore, the deduction or the conclusion that the idea of a creator is impossible or irrational sticks.
Except for the idea that you said that I thought all physicality started with the Big Bang.
This universe started with the Big Bang, yeah. But it started from...
Oh, you have multiple universes. Okay. I didn't know you were...
Did I say that, Damien? Anybody? Did I say that? Anybody up in the gallery?
You did say this universe, so you can imply further from that.
Okay, well, you know, if I had said our universe, would you have jumped on the multiverse thought?
Well, that one actually leads to multi-universe or one universe.
Well, that's again, it's also conceptual, but it's theoretical physics, so it's conceptual, but it's there's logic to it. There's science to it. Whereas creationism, with this God is creating this absolute mess of a universe, is loving, and it just leaves me absolutely cold. And it leaves me cold when I listen to people trying to convince others that what they're saying makes sense.
The other thing that you'd have to keep in mind too is if you were to assume that a creator created our universe, the universe, whichever way you want to put it, if that same ability was equated to one of us as a designer working for a company, we would get fired on our first project, because as a design, would have to be one of the worst designs that you could ever come and find. The universe as a whole is extremely hostile to life. Our solar system is extremely hostile to life. Our planet is extremely hostile to life. Our bodies are hostile to ourselves. Why would that be considered a pass on anyone's standard, especially when people mostly go down the argument that he or she, whatever, is so much better than us, and yet he's created or she's created something so extremely flawed that it's not funny.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, do you guys know Mark?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
So
hear
great
me?
to see you, darling. I don't know that he's created that, or we've chosen that. And I can't speak, and let me be specific with what I'm saying here. I can't speak to other planets and that dynamic because I'm not knowledgeable of that. I do know that Earth has been in some sort of balance. It's been fairly symbiotic. I mean, we're the ultimate parasites that are driving chaos and discourse and challenges on Earth. But I was talking to a friend earlier today, and he did make a reference that, for instance, some of the first bacteria that came on this Earth was basically eating this Earth alive, right? And it was taking up all the oxygen, but it had no way of creating, the carbon dioxide, and something that balanced it. But Earth figured that out over time. And so it did create something over time that was harmonious. So in some of those challenges, in some of those times, it does look quite chaotic, but it always comes back to a balance.
It's hostile right now. It always has been. You might be able to argue that it's been worse than other times throughout its 4 billion year history. I don't think anyone would deny that. But even when it's balanced, as you say, it's still hostile to life. I could take you, just as an example, I could take you to certain parts of my country, Australia, where if I was to just drop you off and leave you with no water, your survival would not be counted in days, it would be counted in hours. That's how hostile certain parts of our planet are to life. That's today, that's right now.
Okay.
And it's a lot of those things, plus the weather, how easily weather can just turn and destroy whatever we've done, whatever we've created, buildings and all that sort of stuff. Kills us. How many people die on an annual basis due to natural disasters? That's what we mean by hostile. Plus you've got the meteors coming. Okay, there's nowhere near as many as what used to be, especially a couple of billion years ago, where the planet was getting bombarded all the time. But there's nothing to say that there's not going to be another big one that's going to hit the planet and literally destroy all known life, or vast majority of it. It's things like that we mean hostile to life. Life can be snuffed out like that by natural causes. No interference. And that's true for anywhere in the universe.
That's an interesting perspective. I've actually never looked at our world being hostile. So while I'd love to have a quick, witty, and smart response, I'm going to sit and think on that one. I've never looked at it from that perspective that it's hostile. I've looked at it from the perspective that it is what it is, and that it too will go through its prime. In some of these planets, again, I don't know them well. They may have already burned out. They may be awaiting for some transformation before it reaches its glory. I haven't a clue. I think that there are places here that are hostile based on factors that are more natural and ones that are caused by, have human causes.
Well, when just as a point of clarification, when I'm saying hostile to life, I'm not talking about anything human caused. I'm talking about just completely natural, as it is. So just as you said, it is what it is. It's the way it is. So that's all I'm talking about in regards to hostile to life. I'm not talking about anything human related.
Okay, I'm sorry, but let me then reiterate. Let me clarify something then. Is it hostile to life because of the way it was created? I get that. But could it not also be hostile to life because of bacteria, like that example I gave? Or life in and of itself creating a hostile environment to something that may have been perfect?
If you want to have a look at that, I would say have a look at the state of the planet before there was any known life on it.
Right.
and then tell me how hostile or not hostile you might have thought it was.
Well, I don't
And compare it to now.
I don't know that we could even make it the determination of whether it was hostile or not, because it is in adding life to it that even brings up the notion of whether or not it is hostile.
Yes. But just to point out, well, you're going in the reverse if you want to say, has life created the hostile environment? Where actually you could probably argue the opposite. Life has calmed the planet down. You could probably formulate that argument.
In what way?
But not the other way.
But please, I don't see it that way, so please elaborate.
A lot of the things that different life forms do. You know, you've heard of the ecosystem.
I haven't.
It's what all different life forms do in any particular area. Like the whole planet is an ecosystem, and then you've got ecosystems within the ecosystems. Just like you've got continents, and then inside continents you've got countries, and inside the countries you've got states, so on and so forth, right down to little neighborhoods. It's the same for ecosystems.
Oh, ecosystems. I thought you said EK systems. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
Hang on. I want to make sure you're enlightened. Hang on. Hang on.
Mr.
Sydney.
Yes, Scott.
Sydney.
That must be Beastly's half-brother or
That's
something.
a little bit of insanity, yes, walking into this hangout.
My wife just looked at me just like, are you freaking crazy?
Hey, Mark, check your chat.
Hang on.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Mark. Hi, Fiction.
Hello, Sid.
Hello,
That's my
Sydney.
prince.
Oh, blush, blush.
You look a little bit pale today there, Sid.
Oh, yeah. Well, the sun disappeared. It's winter now.
No, Sydney, I want controls.
We can't. It's a Wednesday without Wobbie.
I know.
Yeah, no Wobbie in here. No Wobbie.
I'm working on my impression, so excuse me. So
Well, I knew who you were referring to right away. I got it, man.
I kind of gave it away. Unless I came in the room and said, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries."
Hey, Mark, check your
Yeah.
chat. Mark, check your chat, please.
Should we wait for Mark's response?
No, I was actually hoping that Damien would continue.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I was just waiting. All right. Just quickly, the point that I was making about ecosystems is an ecosystem, as a way to explain it, is like keep some sort of order in an otherwise chaotic place. You start killing off the ecosystem, and then there's no order there at all.
Right.
So that'd be one way to show how life can keep order.
Okay, but the way that I had learned about these ecosystems and how they developed is the first life forms on here were this bacteria, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they screwed up what was harmonious here, right? Was the first life because they were taking up the oxygen. So what happened is we had to bring a secondary life that would take up the carbon dioxide. That brought it back to balance. So with every single iteration, the way that these ecosystems are built is not, they're built in a state of disharmony, and something gets added to the ecosystem to bring it back to neutral or harmony, not subtracted out. The problem is that of late, they've been subtracted out. We haven't found anything yet to bring back the harmony because we're doing a ton of damage all at once.
Which he just supported my argument, actually. I'm not sure if you realise that.
Okay, and I'm saying that it started in a place of harmony, started in a place of discord.
Well, I particularly wouldn't call the state of the planet back then as a place of harmony. It was completely hostile to anything and everything.
But it was not hostile because it had no life. So how could we call it hostile?
It took, even if I'll assume that the order of things happened the way you said, I can't remember exactly, but I'll just assume that I'll concede that point to you, that one life form is not an ecosystem. That's just one life form in that one spot, doing whatever the hell it wants to do.
Right.
A second life form comes to fruition or whatever. Then you start having an ecosystem, and then, even you said it, order starts happening again.
Right, I agree with that.
Which still supports what I was saying about life can hold order, but you take the life away, the earth will go, could, for all intents and purposes, turn into a barren wasteland.
So you're saying by taking life away, it could be more hostile?
Yes, could be.
I agree with that. There's no disagreement. But I also think, maybe we're saying very similar things. I just also think that the world, I don't know that I can accept that it started out hostile. It started out how it started out. That's it. I can't define it as hostile.
All right. Well, try and look at it this way then. The way it first started out, if life, not as just a single cell bacteria, whichever the one that it was, but if a different life form from outside was to come and would have been injected into the planet, it would not have survived probably barely minutes, more likely seconds, and it would have been wiped out.
But we know
that would then be defined as hostile to life.
But we know
because
that's what
that life was injected into it in the way I described. It would have been wiped out.
But one of the theories is that we know, but we don't know. We don't really know anything. But one of the theories is that exactly what did happen. Is bacteria came here, and it was able to find a way to survive, and not only survive but multiply.
That's one theory. That's panspermia, but it hasn't been proven.
I'm just going on science on this one, right?
Yeah, and then they would have to determine the state of the planet at the time that happened.
And it could have been a state
which would have been different to its original state.
I don't think that, but in that state,
because the planet was evolving.
But in that state, if it was evolving, it wouldn't be hostile to life. At the point where it accepted that to happen, it would not be a hostile environment.
At least to that life form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
But would have been to others.
That's the whole situation.
Which you would still define as being hostile to life. Hostile to life doesn't mean that no life can exist there. I still define the planet today as being hostile to life. Yet obviously life is here.
Well, the example that you gave specifically as you were talking about some of the areas in Australia are hostile to human life.
Yeah.
But
that was just an example.
Hostile to life. That's why I'm still arguing the point. I know that you guys have some of the most incredible spiders out there. And snakes, things that scare the bleep out of me.
And poisonous.
Right. But those are still life forms that are living in that terrain.
But you can still find areas of not...
Thanks to evolution, may I interject?
Yeah, but you can
also
still find areas on the
moment.
planet. You can still find areas on the planet where there is zero life.
Where?
Because it is too hostile for any type of life form to exist. Oh, off
Yeah,
the top
where-
of my
The
head.
Dead Sea.
Yeah, that'd be one.
The dead.
The Dead Sea.
But life meaning people, or because there's still fish and there's
Organic
still
life.
So wildlife,
Organic life.
plant
You
life.
think there's fish in the Dead Sea?
No, there's not fish, but there's still organisms.
there's
What?
still life.
What? Well, what's in the Dead Sea that's an organism?
Good question. Isn't there bacteria, that kind of thing going?
It's just it's a whole bunch. It's a little bit of water with a whole bunch of salt. That's what the Dead
Oh,
Sea
nothing
is.
can live in that environment, right?
Of
That's why
course
it's called
not.
the Dead Sea.
Of course not.
Exactly.
Well, hence the name. I think.
That's right.
But just because a certain type of life form can exist in a certain specific area, that doesn't mean that area is still not hostile to life.
All right. So new life forms found at the bottom of Dead Sea. Let's take a look at this one. And again,
Okay.
if-
I don't
While
find
you
that.
look at that, I just want to mention
Yeah, I'm
that
looking it up too.
Culver in the Hangout chat says life forms are plastic to the environment. As the environment changes, life changes to suit it, and that is essentially true.
That's evolution.
anybody's
That's evolution,
denying that. Nobody's denying that. That's not the point. This whole conversation came from a discussion around God, whether there's a creator, whether there's whatever. I'm just objecting to the idea that the world is hostile to life. It may be hostile to our life. It may
It's hostile to life, meaning everything that lives upon the earth. It is hostile to.
Hmm.
Hostile doesn't mean it cannot survive or cannot live.
Well, we're
life
obviously
Correct.
as in big open cover, like big umbrella that covers absolutely everything. That
Life has to adjust to environment.
Is
Evolution adjusts to the environment.
the hostility of nature the impetus behind natural selection?
it's one of them, yes, one of the major ones, yes.
The strong
Wow.
survive. Correct. Strongest species survives because it evolves and adjusts to the environment.
In
Right.
terms of evolution, we've kind of plateaued because we make the environment adapt to us.
Right, because we're at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, so in our evolution, it's like we've hit a
Because-
plateau type.
Yeah, and because our brains evolved at the highest form of any form that lives on Earth. That's why. Damien?
Yeah.
No,
Agree or
well,
disagree?
you have the rich that
No, I
are
agree.
devouring the poor, though.
Hello, Rose.
Okay, you still have that survival in that, or like, okay, you have the rich that are devouring the poor, the rich that are taking more from other people. So you still have that same kind of scenario with human beings. You see
Right.
Yeah, but that's not exactly evolution, though.
Yeah, it's not, because I don't believe
Economics.
in evolution.
That's economics of what you're talking about, I think.
I mean, we're still evolving, and there's evidence of that just in the last 100 years or whatever. For example, if you look at the average height of the American male 100 years ago, it was, I think, taller than what it is today.
And we're living longer.
Yes. And we're
We're
living
overcoming
longer.
we're overcoming diseases better than ever before.
That's evolution.
Yep.
No,
Yes, it is.
I
Yeah.
disagree with you
What
guys,
is
but
evolution to you, Rose?
I don't believe in evolution. I believe in creation.
Then you and Hermione have a lot to talk about.
So, Ermine, you don't believe in evolution?
No.
No, Ermine.
I wouldn't let fiction speak for me.
No, I'm
I'm
asking
not.
you.
I'm not.
asking you.
I'm voicing my opinion. That's simple.
No, I'm asking you, Ermine, do you believe in evolution?
I do.
And you believe in creation?
To an extent, yeah.
Split brain syndrome there.
Well, this is the problem. Creation is either yes or no.
Already been there. We've been
No,
there down this path with your opinion. You can go ahead and say it. I'm not even going to fight with it with you. It's your
Split brain.
okay. I'm just going to make my statement. I think that I say that creationism is yes or no. It's not a partial thing, is it?
High five, Sid.
I don't. Let me give you an example, and it's actually something that I've discovered and found quite fascinating. Like, we all know that computers are created, right? And up until fairly recently, they've been programmed to do fairly marginal, in some cases, robust tasks. But the next level of, for instance, of computers will have the ability to learn, all right? In so learning, they will be able to create their own iterations. They will be able to evolve. They will be able to think, learn, grow faster than anything that we've ever seen before. An example of how something evolves that has been initially created.
You just remind me of how people, say, in 1700 would predict how people in 1800 would live, and how people in 1800 would predict how people in 1900 would live, and
Your
so on and so
microphone again.
forth.
You might, yeah, check your wire.
Sorry about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so in 1900, people, the prediction for how people would live, how life would be in the year 2000, was way off, right? Every prediction that has been made of the future has been wrong, very wrong in one aspect or another. Okay, so your prediction of what's going to happen in the future doesn't really matter.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean to stand it as a prediction. It's actually already happening today. The biggest case of it, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you have an iPhone or Android, that is deep learning. That is artificial intelligence in the next level. I don't know if you guys use Google Plus Photos, but the search function is not the old way of searching metadata on the photos. It is actually programmed through algorithms and deep learning for computers.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't something that I'm just like making up and like this is going to be the future. It is a matter of fact today.
That is true. I actually studied computer technology.
So what they're doing, and one of the things that they just...
Well, I wouldn't see that as evolution, though. But go ahead.
Well, this is the thing. This is the problem I'm having is that you both believe in creationism, but only one of you believes in evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's the problem? We all have our different opinions. No one, everyone on here doesn't have to agree.
It's a contradiction.
You both backed the wrong horse.
How? How do you know you're not backing the wrong horse?
He doesn't.
Science.
It's the same thing. You can point that out to me, and I can point that out to you. That doesn't make you right.
Science
doesn't
doesn't
make me
contradict itself, though.
Science contradicts itself all the time. That's why you have different scientists. You have different scientists. Hold on. You have different scientists that are evolutionists. You have scientists that are creationists. They're going to see their experiment through those type of eyes.
No, hold up, Rose.
Science always
contradicts science. It doesn't matter what the scientist believes in.
He goes by
what science tells him.
You're gonna have pressure. No, you're gonna have pressure from your peers and so forth like that, and they're gonna, critique your work. Yes, but you're still your experiment, whatever experiment it is, you're still using your beliefs to see through that experiment. So if you believe in evolution, you're gonna see your experiment through evolutionist eyes. This is a fact. It's the way it works. If I see something this way, my experiments are going to be based on my biases. I mean, come on.
Well, there are a few that have been on the internet here that would beg to differ from that.
I'm not talking about internet. I'm talking about scientists.
So you'd believe the Pope and the creationists and the people who
Pope's
talk
a Satanist. Pope is a Satanist, a pedophile. That's a totally different story.
Right. So we'll have a different hang-on about that. But
he does not speak.
What I'm saying is, you'd rather believe the scriptures,
yes,
than hard science.
No, I believe science and the scriptures can both go together.
Okay, explain that to me because I don't see how.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, because anything that's happening in this world, you can look into the Bible and see that it's being played out. So they do coincide.
Coincidence.
It's not coincidence. It's coinciding.
Coincidence.
Not coincidence.
Oh,
You're
I don't
asking
see.
me my
Well, give me
opinion.
an-
I'm
give
telling
me
you
an
my
example.
opinion. To you, it's a coincidence. To me, it coincides.
What's the example,
Alright.
though?
There's a whole bunch of examples.
Well,
Okay.
one of them, I guess.
Okay. Well, let me think of one. You just put this question out there. Let me think.
Well, you made the claim. I'm just,
Well,
asking
okay.
for an example.
Sure, no problem. Just give me a second so I can think of one. Okay. Like the flat Earth theory in the Bible, in Enoch, it says the four corners, right?
I
Circular
don't know.
and the four corners. And it's true.
But if I haven't read the Bible?
But Enoch isn't in the Bible.
Yeah, but what if I haven't read the
but
Bible?
Enoch is in the Bible because when they're talking about how this person's related to this person and this person related to that, he is mentioned, and then he has
Not the verse that you
What do you
just
mean?
took in terms of four corners. That's not scriptural in the Bible.
It's Enoch though.
It's in the book of Enoch, but the book
Yeah.
of Enoch was never canonized.
Well, to me, it doesn't make it not true. Just because somebody says it's not.
That
Just
whole
because-
book was not written honestly either.
Okay. Well, you're an atheist though, so of course you're gonna say whatever you want.
No, and the evidence science tells us that no one person ever on earth has seen the original scripture. Never. Not one person has ever seen it.
Okay. Well, you believe what you want to believe. I've read the book.
Science, Rose, that's science. There has never been one copy
Science
that was considered an original copy and
Science
written
and
by
scripture
any
coincide.
god. Bottom
Scripture-
line. That has been proven.
Scripture and science coincides.
It's on display in the UK if you ever want to go there and find it.
Well, what I'm saying, regardless, they both coincide.
What coincides with what?
Science and scripture.
Yeah,
No.
trust me, they both coincide. There's no reason I can't explain it, but you see, it doesn't. It's full of holes, Rose.
Yeah. it is.
Everything's full of holes. Even what you believe is.
I don't have any holes in me.
Yeah,
You
even
got
what
holes
you
in you,
believe.
Sid? Have you got holes?
Fiction. Even what you believe in, there's holes in that too.
Oh,
Okay?
my asshole? Is it real? It's got a hole in it.
Oh, can
I
you
don't
poke
know.
holes in? Can you poke holes in what I believe in?
You want to make a joke out of it, but you're saying that what my beliefs have holes in it, but then yours does too. So you can say about your asshole you want, but it's still your beliefs still have holes in it.
Can't poke holes in reality, Rose.
Yeah, what reality? Your reality?
Try poking hole in reality.
I
There's
can
only one
poke a hole in
reality.
your
Real for all of
reality.
us.
Fiction fighter. I can poke a hole in your reality. Yes.
Okay, what's my reality?
Just because
What's my reality, Rose?
whatever it is, I'm sure.
Well, what's my reality?
Whatever it is, I'm sure
You're
I can
so
find
sure
something.
you can poke holes in it. What is my reality?
Well, you got to tell me, then I can tell you. I'm sure I can, though, positively.
Don't you know what the reality is of a
Nobody, everyone has their own perception of
or
reality.
a hard revolutionist?
Okay, the reality is that the
No.
sun's going to rise tomorrow.
Yeah, poke a hole in that. Oh, the sun doesn't rise because the Earth is flat, right?
No, it doesn't rise, actually. It
Oh, here
goes
we go.
around.
Shit, I
Alright,
knew you were going to say that.
Let's see the holes.
Yeah, show us the holes.
Shut up, Fiction Fighter. Come on. What's
Come
your
on,
problem?
Rose.
Calm down, dude.
Reality.
Calm down. Did you have
You
dinner?
don't see me. I am totally calm. I'm relaxed in my easy chair. Anyway, I'm floating.
Calm down. I'm not trying to debate with anybody. I'm just I have
we're having
my opinion. I
we're
have
having
my
a
opinion.
discussion.
You have your opinion.
We
Sydney
want you
has
to
his
poke
opinion.
holes in our reality. Now do it, Rose.
No, you gotta give me your reality first, then I can poke holes.
The sun
The
rises
sun's
and
going to rise tomorrow.
it sets in the west.
Well, okay, well that's your perception.
Oh, doesn't
I'm not
that
sure
isn't that
on that.
reality for everybody? Doesn't it? Where does the sun set and rise in your
Rise
part of the
from
world?
where? But rise from where?
Right. Let's see. I think tomorrow it'll be from the east.
Yeah, but
Usually in the
West.
east. isn't it?
But actually,
That's what I'm predicting. That tomorrow the sun will rise in the east and set in the west.
Yeah.
okay.
Poke holes in that.
So far, it has every day for all of our days of our lives, right?
Okay. Well, that's our perception. Yes. That's our
Our
perception.
perception. So what happens to the sun then?
How does it?
I perceive it the same. I perceive it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then we don't have an argument there. There's no holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Seems like we have a pretty solid
it's our
basis.
perception. It's our perception. Yeah.
So we have the same perception, is what you're saying?
As far as the sun goes.
It's a perception.
Yeah, and the reason we have the same perception is because
I'm
there's
pointing that
no...
out. I'm pointing that out. It's our perception. That's my key point right there.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when it comes to hard and fast facts, we all have the same perception
our-
for some reason or
It's
other.
our perception. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is the ground solid,
Oh no, is yours?
Rose?
Is it for you? Or it looks a little wobbly. You're moving there.
I'm floating. I'm a glider.
Yeah, you are. It's our perception, right?
Yeah, it's all
There you go.
perception.
Yep.
But it's correct, and we agree on those things, right? Those
Yeah.
perceptions
There you
we
go.
agree on, right?
There you go. Yeah.
I got a question, and I'm pissed off with nature, actually.
With what?
I'm going to have my little rant against nature, because I'm pissed off.
Okay.
Because this big, huge boulder comes out of the sky 65 million years ago and smashes into the planet, okay? Kills off all the terrestrial dinosaurs.
That's bullshit.
Let me finish.
No. Okay.
It kills off all the terrestrial dinosaurs, and then those that aren't terrestrial, those that can fly, survive. A lot of them. So like we have birds today because of that,
Yes.
right? They fly.
Right.
I'm pissed off that I can't fly, and evolution didn't satisfy me in my my fair question would be, why can't I fly?
Goddamn gravity.
Yep. Gravity.
Yeah, but birds
Yeah.
have to experience
That's it.
gravity. They evolved to fly. Why didn't I?
Gravity is just a theory.
Because
No. It's
This is
perception.
true.
we didn't grow any feathers. We grow fur and fuzz. That's why we were the wrong species.
Damn.
Yeah,
Positive
well-
Godless is making his rounds tonight.
What's that supposed to
His
mean?
my
fourth
daddy.
takeout or something.
He's probably coming to the rooms on coffee breaks.
I guess so.
You got competition.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean, Rose? Come on.
I just saw you in a different hangout.
Yeah, I was in Rob's hangout for a little bit. I'm like
of course.
learning my dialogue and how to impersonate.
Oh, can we
Rob.
have an update then?
Hang on.
While you do an update,
Hang on. I have controls. Cindy. I have controls. Nothing.
The mad cow has swollen legs and they're turning purple. And
Yeah,
he
what-
refuses to go to the hospital. His daughter has come and given him shit and called the ambulance. And he talked to the ambulance people.
Fix it.
not to take him to the hospital.
Find it.
There's your update.
Yeah, fix it. What he's doing is actually mirroring your video right now.
Oh, which one?
The live one right now. What's going on?
Oh, moo!
This one, right? This one. He's mirroring this one.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, look at these pricks. Look at these pricks. Yeah.
Is he
So that's what's
really?
going on. Yeah.
He can't. Must be really in love with me. That he kept saying, "I don't buy it," but he wants to apologize to me, but I don't believe it.
I think he's in love with
Well,
him.
hang on. Fiction. To Rob's defense, you look pretty good in that Halloween costume.
I think
well,
she
thank
looks
you
like a
very much.
Jawa from Star Wars. I told her that earlier.
That's today, though, Scott.
I know. It was today.
Scott, how was your day
I'm a
today?
gliding squirrel, right, Rose?
My day was good. I was at work. I watched Rose's hangout this morning, I guess, talking about anti-Rob Beasley, which is actually really good. I wish I was in that.
I think we're moving past the Rob Beasley phase
Yeah.
of hangouts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, yeah, you know.
Mad Louse cow
Goes
has
away.
been segregated till he goes to the hospital. Right,
No,
Sid?
just until he learns to play nicely in the sandbox with the rest
Well,
of us.
he's going to go to the hospital to accomplish that.
I think he needs to go in the naughty corner.
Uh-huh.
No, he's just a petulant child, really.
Yeah. I mean, if I had dentures, I would actually really
Oh,
give
yeah.
a good Rob Beasley impression.
I actually, you were in there, Sid. I called him a petulant child to his face the other day.
Oh, that's where probably I got it from then.
Probably.
All right.
So what next?
Fiction, you are breathing like Darth Vader again.
I know. I noticed that Rose disappeared as soon as the.
No, I had to go water my grass. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, I
And the
thought we.
breathing is my vapor. Maybe my vapor. That
It's
you
because she's on solid wobbly ground. That's what happens.
I'm an Ewok. I got bad air
With
quality.
that wobbly.
She's on Wobbie. She's on Wobbie land.
hmm I feel the earth move under
So,
my...
well, did
That's a
anybody buy
perception.
Did anybody buy Rob Beasley's book by any chance?
Oh no.
Not a
We're
chance.
not all
No.
as silly as you, Sydney.
Read it for free
I wouldn't
online.
even read it for free.
Didn't you? Did
I
you
wouldn't
pay
even
for
read it
this
for
thing?
free. You read
I
it?
can
You
sleep at
paid
night.
for it? You
Yes.
fool. You did?
No, I
Oh.
support authoring books. I support people being.
Oh, I love books.
I support the fact that he wrote a book. The content is
He
irrelevant.
plagiarized it.
Sydney, buy Everybody Poops. That's a much better book.
The Goops.
I don't
That
know
was a
who
good
wrote
book.
it. I don't know. I don't have
Anybody ever heard
a.
of the Goops?
Who wrote it?
Everybody Poops? Oh, I gotta Google that.
Well, exactly. I don't know who
Positively
wrote it.
godless did.
I know that.
No, I did not, Rose. Come on.
I know personally the author of a book called.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give you that much credit. My bad.
Okay,
called,
Rose. Come on.
what is this thing called? Good.
Good gold.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go watch some TV.
Good.
Amen. Thank you very
Mind
much.
programming. Don't do it. It's programming.
Nice talking to you.
Watch Netflix.
Nice meeting you, Damien. Bye,
You
guys.
too.
Bye, split brain.
Whoa. You should fight her. She's
I had to
wobbling.
sneak that
She's got the
in.
timing like figured out, eh?
She is wobbling tonight. Holy shit.
Everybody Poops was written by Amanda Meyer.
She didn't hang out. Can
Your
I
split
speak to her?
personality.
At least I didn't call her split ass.
Say again, Rose?
She
Your
invited me.
split personality.
Author Rob Beasley has at least invited me to a hangout. Amanda White or whatever has never.
Mayer, yeah.
Mayor
I put it in
never
the side
invited
chat.
me to a hangout.
Yeah,
And
it's,
so I'm not
actually
going to buy a book.
it's a pretty successful book, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
the
been in
title
the
gives it
hangout
all
with.
away.
Oh.
What? Everybody talking
I've been
about
in the
her.
hangout with Joey Lee Kirkman, who's an author. Richard Carrier, who's
Whoa.
an
I've heard
idiot
of Richard
author.
Carrier. Yeah.
I've heard of Richard Carrier, too. Oh, that's impressive.
I've listened to her and watched a lot of Richard Carrier's lectures and stuff. I think
It didn't impress me much.
I think it's spot on.
I know, but
I-
you know what it is? For me, I have to listen to someone who has a little more charisma. You know what I mean? I can't sit there and listen to lectures. They're going.
Well, they actually talk facts. You might want to actually take some notes of the facts.
Yeah, facts I don't mind, but I just,
When he's talking about history, especially Jesus mythicism, I agree with most of what he says. But outside of that, I think he's one of the worst, most horrible human beings you'll ever find.
Oh, let me hear that
He is
part.
he is a shit stain on humanity.
Oh,
Who-
yeah?
I missed it. Who was?
Richard Carrier.
Why? Why? Tell us why. Maybe it's
Well,
why
he's
it turned me off.
Sounds like a chihuahua. Please, give me.
Yeah. Tell us.
He was one of the driving forces behind the Atheism Plus movement. So he's a radical feminist social justice warrior.
Oh!
Not only that, he's a fucking liar.
That's what turned me off. I remember there was something about that guy. That's what it was initially that lured the boom on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, he's a blatant liar.
Uh-huh.
And while he's being his social justice warrior, he's also one of the biggest fucking sleazes you'll ever come across.
What? He's a fat, dirty old man.
No, Richard Carrier is skinny, short and skinny.
You don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about, fiction fighter.
No, he's got a beard. Okay, who's his buddy then that he is always hooking up with?
Oh, you're probably talking about Dr. Price? Richard Price?
Yes, Richard Price. Maybe I'm mixing him up.
Robert
Yeah.
Price.
Robert Price,
Robert-
yeah.
Yeah,
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. It's just I've been on here too fucking long and I'm on overload.
Go on. You're like, yeah, that's it.
Ah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I've never been in a hangout with Richard Carrier, so let's hear some more.
Oh, it wasn't for very long. It was like
Well, the thing is,
He spared me for the longest time with invites to go to his hangs. It's like
Richard Carrier did he?
yes, or Price, whichever the two. The two.
I'm not sure. She's on a Wobbie ground. She's on a Wobbie ground. She's not sure.
Whichever one of the two, it was Price or Carrier, and I'm sure he was a guest on. Either one was a guest on their show, right? Didn't they not have shows together?
Are you
I've
guessing?
never heard of Price.
No, I'm not guessing. I know the both names and one or the other. I can't remember which one, but constantly was inviting. Oh, come to this, come to this. So I tuned in a few times, and I'm just sitting there going, oh fuck, I'm bored out of my head. Because
you get wobbly.
His delivery just fucking bored me to death, and the length. Yeah.
Have you ever had the misfortune of
Do you have
being in a
ADD,
hangout?
Kitchen Fighter?
What's that?
You have ADD?
ADD. I probably have tendencies towards that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you guess?
I do too. I get bored very fucking quickly.
Yeah. It has to be entertaining, or you're gonna lose me.
Yeah.
It has to be high speed. It can't be long, drawn out. You lose me after about the first paragraph. If you can't say what you gotta say in a paragraph, you're gonna lose my attention.
I get bored in my
and
own
I get frustrated when
people. People on my panel just bores the shit out of me sometimes. I'm just like, want to shut the fuck up. Like seriously.
And if I can't say what I gotta say within a paragraph, then I'll shut up and rethink it till I can condense it. I don't go in long, drawn out speeches. I'm just never good that way.
Yeah, noticed.
To the point.
That was too long for me right there.
I know, it's almost too long for me.
Fuck.
And that's why earlier today you were called one of the most horrible people alive.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
By Split Brain? Is that who did it? Was it Split Brain that said it?
No, Mad Cow Disease.
Oh, the Mad Cow. Mad Law's Cow. Yes, my favorite Law's Cow.
Oh,
well, was. He's now a
Sydney,
predator cow. Beware the predator cow!
You open your front door and moo.
His udders are about to burst, or they already did.
Ew.
I gotta get another drink. I'm getting dry.
Yeah, all that mooing parches one's throat.
Oh man, that was funny. Yeah.
Oh man. Why this Google Hangouts module doesn't stay stable very long, does it?
Yeah, it does. Mine do.
Not this Hangout module, that new Hangouts page that they've got going.
Oh, I hate that.
I like it, just that sometimes it just stops working.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Here comes...
Yeah.
That's a pillhead.
And then the fight started.
First Split Brain, now we got the pillhead. Oh, shit.
Well, at least I'm not Split Brain. Come on now. No. That was Harmonies.
There you go. You presented, you can say hi.
Hey, is my mic working?
Yeah.
No, not at all. No,
I don't hear
anything.
Somebody try to say?
I hear you.
Who can't you hear?
Can't hear you.
Let me try it now. Is it working now? No?
No, not
working.
No.
All of a sudden.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. That's too bad. I was going to teach these germ monkeys a lesson.
Oh, God.
Germ monkeys. Did somebody say germ monkeys?
What up, germ monkeys? What up, germ monkeys?
We're not monkeys. We're
You
apes.
Oh, come on! You guys believe your ancestors are germs and they turned into monkeys, and that's how you got here, right?
If we're germ monkeys, you're a germ monkey.
No. It doesn't work that way. You're the one who wants to be a germ monkey. You want to be a germ monkey. No. Sorry, fiction. Sorry, fiction lover.
No.
So sorry, fiction lover.
No.
So I heard you guys were debating pseudoscience. What happened? Did you guys figure out the meaning of life yet?
Pseudoscience comes from split brain.
You're making them. Hey, look what you did, Pill. They're all stuttering now. They don't know what the fuck.
Rose, if you notice, they don't want me to talk. They don't want me to talk. It's okay.
Pseudoscience.
Why don't you give Pillbox a few minutes?
Yeah, give him a few minutes, man.
Yeah, to actually get into the topic of conversation.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what you guys are talking about. I don't know if you're going to have a chance to stop talking for a couple seconds, but I'm really curious to what you guys are talking about, Fiction Fighter, and you guys talking about some evolution. I love that subject. I just ordered, guess what, Rose? I just ordered an evolution book. It should be here in 3 days.
Fiction?
wow.
You think it's going to arrive as the same book, or is it going to have evolved into something?
Now, are these the... Now, come on. These are the best things they can do right here. These noises are their best argument, Rose. Listen. That's their best argument right there. You just heard it.
You're giving me gas, Pillhead.
That's the best argument right there.
Hey,
Is an awesome.
the maturity level just went from 90. No, not even 90. I'd say
I wonder why. Why did the maturity level change
Why
when I
does that
got here? How'd that happen?
40 to
Oh, I know what it is. I got it. I know what it is. It's evolution.
You're contagious.
You know what? Now
It's either evolution or
it's
gravity.
theist windbagging. Come
hey,
on.
I'm starting to believe in evolution now.
I have not made any noises at all. I've been kind of quiet.
Exactly. He just said they're talking back his beer silently, very silently.
What?
Nothing.
See, it just
Who's got
dropped.
the
Well, we know what Fiction Fighter's using.
These nuts.
Talk to Doug about that.
Oh, he says nuts. Ooh. Fiction Fighter.
Or you guys missed it. This cop just pulled over this guy 10 minutes ago. I wish I would have been on here, but the cop was yelling at the guy. It was really interesting. It would have made for great hangout footage, but he left.
Oh, damn.
Why? What happened? What was so great about it?
He just said.
Why are you going to troll the streets for some more cop action?
You didn't hear him.
Yeah, I heard the cop action bit, but what did he do? What was the action?
Oh.
He's my puppy dog.
That's not a puppy.
Yeah.
That's a
What do you guys think? That's
That's
a
a
big
fucking
dog.
wolf.
Bacon.
Now you're talking.
Okay,
Well,
quiet.
I got to be honest. I was really hoping you guys were having some sort of science.
I was really hoping that you actually have an internet connection.
That makes squeaky noises. Squeaky noises.
I was really hoping that you would actually have an internet connection.
Oh, that's why the first 2 minutes I was listening to squeaky noises, right?
So, Pillbox, what have you got to say? Anything intelligent?
Oh, you guys are lame.
Or lame all of a sudden because they're.
You guys are being wobbly.
This is the best they can do, really. This is the best they can do, Rose.
It's amazing, isn't it? Pillbox is amazing.
That's
It's
what-
What are we going to
unbelievable.
do when you guys are forced?
I think it's astounding.
You know what it is.
Unimpressive.
I just wish I could find some intelligence to argue against. I just want a little bit of intelligence to argue against. I really wish I had it.
Bring something, Pillhead. Bring it.
Pillbox. You know me and you are a force. They don't want us to talk.
I know, they're scared
Oh,
shitless. What do you
Listen
want?
to the bullshit pile up
Hold
now.
Once you come in, they can't let you talk. They
Hang
don't
on.
have nothing
Go ahead.
interesting to say. Nobody's fucking anything intellectual.
Exactly,
wow.
exactly,
Oh, wow.
exactly. Yep, exactly.
All
Stop.
intellect.
Let Pillbox talk.
Exactly.
Let Pillbox talk. Go ahead, Pillbox. Go ahead, Pillbox.
I'm just wondering if there's anything I can help you guys with. Really, I'd love to help you guys. If you got something I can help you.
Rob,
I
Yeah.
highly doubt that.
We were
Tell me
talking
something,
about.
Pillbox, what is the last thing you helped somebody with?
We were talking about the Dead Sea and how there is no life there, and how the Earth is. What were you guys saying?
Yeah.
What were you guys saying?
Well,
That-
Sydney just
Well,
asked me a question.
dangerous. it's not like
That the sun rises in the
Hostile.
east and sets in the west for all of us.
Very good. Fiction Fighter's learning. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I told her it's her perception. Yes.
I think I knew that since grade like 4, 3
Wow.
science. Yeah.
Good for you.
Wait, was it 3 or 4 fiction? 3 or 4?
3 or
Come
4,
on,
they
pick
don't
one.
do science. You still don't even know your A, B's, and C's at 3 or 4.
A, B, C. I did. I knew them. I knew them before kindergarten.
Do broken crayons still work?
Do my broken crayons still work?
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm using them for.
I thought it was a good question, but all right.
I thought it was a funny joke.
You know wax melts, right?
I have a question,
It was funny. Thank you for.
and this is trying to be as respectful as possible. Pillbox,
I understand positively. Yes.
Pillbox and Rose, why do you think that people laugh at you?
No, we're laughing at you.
No.
We're not. We're laughing at you, Scott. We're laughing at you, Evotard, Scott. Who's laughing? Scott, Scott, can you even let me answer the question, Scott?
Of course not. He's afraid of the answer.
Look at his face.
No,
I'm letting you.
no, you go ahead. Answer.
Yeah. There you go.
We're listening.
Waiting.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
That's your
Exactly.
answer. Is look at his face. That's his answer, Sydney.
What was
No,
the
because
question?
you're not
His
saying
face.
anything. I'm waiting. You look smug, but
What's
you're
he
not.
supposed to answer? What's he supposed to? What's the?
What I'm supposed to answer?
If you guys shut the fuck up, maybe you would hear the question.
I did.
Listen, wait a minute. Listen, if the dumbest people on Earth continue to laugh at me, I'm definitely doing something right, Rose.
I stopped laughing a long time ago. So what was the question?
I
Okay,
stopped
here's the
laughing
question.
when the internet connection
Benjamin
cut out.
Poe, both of them.
Yeah.
Poe.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Poe?
You have been judged to be Poes.
Yes.
Both
Who?
of you.
Me?
With your own words, Poe. With your own words. Pillbox.
No, no one can be that stupid.
Yeah.
Gotta be Poe.
Exactly. I know. Can't.
What do you mean? That's stupid about what?
What's the
Scott
next
made.
topic?
Scott,
What should we
Listen,
what should we talk about
fiction-
next? Anybody?
Scott?
Anybody? Hands up.
No. Scott made a
You-
reference, and
you?
everybody's laughing at us, and we're Poes now.
Can you tell who the fakes are? I think it's time to wait a minute, real quick.
I know,
think it's time to take the
Pillbox-
costume off Halloween
I've
a
actually
couple days
seen
ago.
in your own words that you also like to come in and stir up doesn't matter what side they pick, what battle is
That's not
going
true.
on. You like to
That's not
go
true.
play both sides.
No, that's not true.
Yes,
That's true. He just
That's
did
not
it.
wrong.
Yes,
No, that's a lie.
he does not believe the shit, Rose. He doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't.
Fiction Fighter. I know you mean
Because
fiction.
he's gonna disappear soon. Pillbox is gonna go soon because he hasn't got a leg to stand on. He hasn't got an
Bullshit.
argument against what I'm saying.
But
Because
you're not saying anything.
yes, I did.
There he goes.
Oh, there he goes. See, I predicted it accurate, but did not say it right.
What did you say?
You weren't
Pillbox
gonna
is
leave
Exactly what was going to happen.
because he's being pointed out once again, and he has
No.
nothing. He has nothing to come back at me with
Hold on. He's on the phone.
because he
And
knows
his
he did it.
reception. Dude, I used to do a show with him. He'll drop in and out of the show because of his phone.
No, he does
He's
this
got a
every time.
computer, though.
No.
Yeah. The timing had nothing to do with it.
No, it didn't. You'll
And he
see.
says,
He'll be
and
right back
here's,
in.
hold on, hang
He'll
on.
be right
Here's
back
what he
in.
said in the
He'll
side
be
chat.
right back. He'll be right back.
Hang on.
See?
He
Now
says,
what? Yeah. Now
fart
what? You
noises
guys?
from Evo charts is their best argument.
They're just gonna make a bunch of fart noises until I leave again.
We're not making fart noises.
Look at that. They're just gonna make a bunch of fart noises until I leave.
Did you or did you not confess that you play both sides just to rile people up? You enjoy the fun of it all. That you don't believe half the shit that you defend.
Fiction Fighter.
You love me, Pilly. I know you do.
No, he has his own book.
Why do you keep popping up? Why do you keep popping up?
Well, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
No, that's got to be tonight. He's on the phone. Agrees, Rose.
Yeah, he's on the phone. Okay.
He's got a computer.
Let's see if he'll come back again.
Well, he might not be. He's in the car, remember?
Don't be surprised if you change the subject, he doesn't drop out
He's
again.
driving in the car. So, science.
Science, yeah. Technology.
Flat Earth.
Doesn't
Science
fit
is
sometimes.
connected in, not rage.
It's that flat Earth that's killing his internet connection.
What
Now
were you
we're all
drinking?
speechless. Yeah.
Oh, carbonated drink, was it?
No, I don't drink carbonated drinks very much.
Oh.
It was actually water.
Wow, fart noises. Wow, so fart noises and lies. These are premium atheists, is what he said. Oh, he's back now. Never mind.
Does that turn you on there, Pillbox? You keep coming back for it.
That's it.
Okay, I have an
There's that queef
explanation
again.
for evolution.
Oh, we know what type of fetish Fiction Fighter has.
I can explain to you one word.
This is a premium atheist hangout, Rose. Premium atheism here.
Okay, Pillbox, hang on. Everyone hang on.
Wait,
You're giving me spankings. You get all spankings.
Hold on.
This is the best the atheist can do, Rose.
Before Pillbox
Who's your
came in
daddy?
here-
Who's your mama?
Hold on. Before Pillbox came in here, it was like really calm. Everyone was just having a normal conversation. Pillbox comes in. Everybody's making fart noises, just talking random crazy shit. I mean, what happened to the intellect?
He started it. He called us names and called us stupid.
That's right.
That's true.
That's like little children. Come on.
No one
He
ever
called me stupid. He called me stupid.
First.
He called us names. Let me make up some more
First.
excuses.
Stop right
You
here.
did it first, Pill. You can end it.
Let me make up more excuses. My mommy.
What happened?
My mommy.
What happened, Scott?
All right,
Come on.
Pillbox, what do you got to say?
Too easy.
Go up your room, Scott.
I gotta say that you guys are doing a phenomenal job of promoting atheism. Keep up the great work.
They're like eating at the mouth now.
Hey, everybody's allowed to accidentally.
Well, at least Pillbox acknowledges atheism. He comes into an atheist hangout, means atheism is a fact. Thank you.
Yeah, and let me tell you this right now. Let me just say something on top of that, real quick. Let me say. Can I say one thing? Can I say something? You guys scared still? Let me just say something real quick. I honestly, not only do I believe in atheism, I don't think atheism is a religion, which is now I guess, accepted idea throughout the internet community that atheism is a religion. I disagree. I don't think atheism.
Good for you.
He didn't finish his sentence.
No. I was like, no, you know, it's like the play's not over yet, and you're standing up clapping, and everyone's looking at you like, no.
Hang on.
Oh, he wasn't done? He wasn't
He
done?
supposed that you are going to agree with him.
You just stood
He
up.
still
and
hasn't answered Fiction's question. He's avoiding it.
There's nobody
What was the
avoiding
question?
shit, dude.
Fear. Fear is the word.
Fiction, what was your question to Pillbox?
Yeah.
Did he or did he not confess to being a Poe? Not in those words, but yeah, that's the question.
Go ahead, Pillbox.
You never said he was a Poe. You're not saying.
I didn't ask you, Ro. We didn't ask you, Ro. Oh, there he goes again.
Oh no, he'll be right back. It's just nice.
Anyway, I doubt he'll be back this time.
Yeah, he will.
He'll be back.
Hang on.
He'll be attacked to avoid answering the question.
Rose,
No,
stop.
for a
No.
lot-
Let me ask you a question, Rose. Let me ask you a question.
No. For a lot
It's your
of people,
room.
no.
It's
Bill.
Sydney's house. His rules.
No, we're not. He's not
Let
wrong.
me ask you
No,
a question.
I'm a lady. Let me go first.
I find it obvious. I find it really convincing
he's
that
not.
every time
Hold on.
that he asks, that she
For
asks a
pe-
question,
for a
he
room of
bails
people-
out.
Yeah.
No. For a room of people that claim they know Pillbox so well that you're gonna call me.
Yeah,
see
wait
what
a second,
happens
Rose.
when
Hold on one
nobody
second.
asks
I have a bad
questions.
If you
connection.
don't know about his connection problems, but you know him enough to call him a Poe.
Maybe
Yeah, I have a connection problem, yeah.
Answer my question, Bill.
Everybody knows.
Answer my question before you bow out again. Come on.
With you guys.
Hold on a sec, everybody. He's not bailing out. He's
Listen,
in the car.
guys, you guys, listen. Scott, hold on one sec. Can you hear me at all there, Sydney?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
God.
Okay, Scott,
Yeah.
for 5 minutes, Scott. Try to stop being a complete pussy for about 5 minutes and just listen. Okay.
I've actually been on
My
the call
connection.
the entire time.
Yeah, I understand, and you're being a pussy with your accusations because you're a coward. You got to relax.
Yeah.
Just because my connection doesn't work well doesn't mean I'm ignoring any question. Fiction Fighter continues to make this false accusation that I've called myself something. I don't call myself anything. Yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with the laughter. Look at the fake laugh. Look at his face. Look at Scott's face.
They know you're
Look at
making
his face. Look at Scott's face.
You know why? 'Cause
I didn't say
they
you
know.
called yourself a Poe. Nobody calls themselves a Poe if they're a Poe or if not. It doesn't matter.
This is really the best they can do.
You can
Look at this is really the best they
you
can
like
do.
to play both sides.
So now you
and
change
do
your
not
mind,
believe
Fiction
half the
Fighter. So
bullshit.
you're making up
No,
another
you
story?
didn't listen to what I said.
Why do
You don't believe half the bullshit that you spew.
I confessed what? Psycho lady. Tell me again. What did I confess to?
It's on my page. Go look.
Yeah, tell me. What did I confess to? Tell me again.
Go look. It's on my
Can't
page.
hear you. I can't hear you, Fiction Fighter. I
It's
can't hear
on
you.
my page in your own
How
words.
pathetic.
Phil, do you want me
Fiction
to
Fighter, you are a schizophrenic
And you're
evotard. You guys got to seriously
hold on,
rethink
we're
your
not
lives if
getting
you're this
anywhere.
psychotic.
Whoa,
This is just pathetic. Pathetic.
In your own words.
Pathetic. Separate. Now, I don't mind you guys going.
This
at
is
it.
the best the germ monkeys can do. Make up shit.
Hold on a sec, hold on.
Pillbox. Somebody's talking.
I don't mind you guys going at it, but like, go at it, and then because this technology is only made for one at a time talking, unfortunately.
Yeah, one
So-
has dial-up.
Yeah. So when you both talk at the
And
same
everybody
time,
on here likes their own voice, and that's
and
the
when you
problem.
both when more than one person talks at the same time, nobody can hear anything. Or we can hear a jumble of words, and there's just nothing that's
Right.
That's
Yeah, that's
understandable.
right. We gotta remember there's listeners.
Now, because
Yeah,
Pillbox
see?
is in the car and he does have something to say, I think we should give him the time to say it without interrupting him.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll mute.
Put on your big
Yeah,
boy.
I only continue to hear these false accusations from coward pussies. Like I don't have any problem with anybody that has their right mind screwed on top of their neck. So I mean, only from evotards and denialists and atheists and space cadets are the only ones that make these accusations. I don't have any other problems with people that actually function in society and actually contribute to it. But if you guys want to make a statement, please do, but please back it up. Fiction Fighter can't even.
Okay,
What, dude? What, dude? Let it. Just because his connection isn't perfect doesn't
What
mean
is he on
he's
AOL 3.1? What
doesn't
the hell's going on?
He's on his phone.
Well, why
Get
is he
with
getting
the
on his
times,
computer?
pillhead.
He's not sitting on his computer like your fucking ass. He's
Yeah,
moving
'cause
around.
I can
doing
afford a
shit.
computer. Actually, I have a phone too. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, so
He'll be back.
you're so fucking smug, dude.
He'll be
Just-
back because all he's got is insults,
Disgusting.
like you just heard, right?
Well, what
Again.
were you guys
It's
doing?
true,
You can't
man.
say anything without insulting somebody.
You were insulting. Like,
He
you
still
want to
hasn't
rewind?
denied the
Fiction Fighter,
accusation.
this is live. You were insulting.
No, he was
So
insulting.
don't
He walked
fucking
in this
call the
room.
He walked in here insulting
Yeah,
everybody
he walked in this room. Rose, don't
Yeah.
do this whole thing.
without being provoked.
Hey,
Rose.
Rose, this is not
Rewind
a,
and listen. Rewind and
recorded.
listen.
I will.
Rewind and listen.
I
Hey,
hope
Rose,
you, I hope
this
you
isn't
do.
another hoax of yours, right? This is another hoax. I know
You're
you're
a hoax.
chopping up more hoax. I'm a
Fucking
hoax.
hoax.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a hoax.
I am a hoax, yes,
You're a
because my
conspiracy theory. Yes, that outfit is a conspiracy.
Exactly. Yes. All these atheists are the most
we go.
ridiculous fakers you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Listen to these
Insulting
atheists.
Okay,
That's
this
all
is-
right.
Listen to this Fiction
Listen to
Fighter.
this
She
Poe.
cannot go
Listen
one
to the
second
Poe.
without interrupting me. Listen to this fake Fiction Fighter. She's gone her whole life faking it. She wonders why she's upset.
True.
I'm not upset at all.
You are.
It's just a brain disease. Listen to how pissed off they are.
very
Let's hear some more fart noises, Fiction. Let's hear some more fart noises.
pillbox.
That's highly intelligent atheism. What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. What do you
Phenomenal, bro.
What do you got? What do you have to say? Let's hear from you. What do you have to say?
Let's hear from you. What do you have to say?
Yeah, that's the point.
Come on,
I'm actually
Paul.
functioning in life. I function in reality, Scott. How about you?
Come on,
Come
I
on, Poe.
actually function very, very well.
Right. Well,
Right.
Sydney asked me a question earlier. Sydney asked me I think he asked me who I helped. If Sydney wants to restate the question, I will let him do that. Otherwise, I cannot assume.
Yeah, go ahead, Sydney.
Well, I think you said something anti-atheist. And,
think?
and I don't remember exactly, but something like, what is atheism hasn't helped anybody or whatever. You said something and I responded with, how have atheists haven't helped anybody, how have you helped some? I don't remember my question.
You said what was the last person you helped?
Yes.
Yeah, what was the last person you helped?
No, I asked.
He was asking Pillbox, but
Pillbox.
He left
apparently...
again.
Oh.
It's gone.
Well, I think everybody should answer that.
Oh,
Go ahead, Rose.
Well, it's an easy answer for all of us.
yeah.
Sorry, Sydney. Clearly, I'm not supposed to be in this hangout. I barely heard what you were saying, Sydney. I know that you were talking about the atheism thing, but I was referencing back to when you mentioned me helping people.
Yes. Who was the last person you helped?
Well, the last person I helped was a kid named Zane, who was 27 years old and could not speak and suffered from Down syndrome, who had to help me. I had to help him live for over a year because he can't live by himself, and his parents hired me to take care of him because he has Down syndrome.
So
That's
you got
very
hired.
noble.
Hold on a second. You got hired, though.
Well, I like the medical field. You know, I like helping people. I took care of my dad for 10 years. I watched him die for over a decade. So I was already kind of trained for the job, you know what I mean, to take care of people. So I do home assistance with young adults with special needs. So.
So you do that on a voluntary basis or as a job?
Or court ordered. Sorry.
Oh, I get paid. I get paid to do it, so it's a job.
My brother does the exact same thing, actually.
I think everybody should answer that question, though. What's the last good thing you've done? I don't think Pillbox should only be, excluded to answering that. What about everybody else?
Yeah, and that's a good question. I mean, that's a fair question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know you don't got anything, Scott, so let's move to Fiction Fighter.
I was answering the question, Pillbox.
Okay, how about this? On a regular basis, I pay it forward by paying for someone's bill that's behind me in a drive-through. I've done that on numerous occasions, just to
That's
be a nice
nice.
person.
That's really cool.
Oh, excellent. Congratulations. How about you, Sydney?
Oh, I can give you a list of things.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
do
one of many
nothing nice
things.
for anybody.
Oh, I know. Atheists love to talk about themselves and their accomplishments. What's up, Sydney?
I do nothing nice for anybody.
You're a true atheist.
I'm actually a part of a music program for people serving people here in Minnesota. So we actually help the homeless people get back to their feet, especially during Christmas time, and make the children feel actually really good and make them feel that they're not in a situation that they're in, actually.
Okay, so Scott does nothing, Sydney does nothing, a Fiction Fighter pays it forward. Okay, we got it.
Whoa.
Hey. I just said I helped people who are homeless during Christmas time. Why don't you get that?
Yeah, what part didn't you get that was helpful there, Poe?
How about helping homeless people anytime you walk by one of them?
That is continuous.
Yeah, I took a guy to Subway the other day.
That's an ongoing thing. It goes without saying.
I met this homeless guy. I took him to Subway. How's that?
So wouldn't that
You're a fake, Pillbox. You're a fake.
Yeah.
Listen, look at Scott. Look at Scott.
Yep, that's how you know you're fake.
Look at the face of a pissed off troll. Look at Scott. There's a pissed off troll right there. Look at him. Look at his face.
So you do something nice for somebody once a year? I do something nice for people every
Yeah, congratulations, Scott. Congratulations. Listen, Sydney did more than Scott not doing anything.
You know, I'll bet Scott has done more nice things and just doesn't realize it and can't come up with it right off the top of his head.
No, you would.
We're a part of
You would come up with it.
A lot of people remember more what I do than I even remember what I do.
No, well,
I'm not always aware.
That's your brain function. Mine, I remember.
Rose, listen, I'm not always aware when I'm doing something nice, and somebody will come up later on and say, that was a really nice thing to me. It wasn't really that extra out of the ordinary, but for some people it is.
We are part of an organization here in Minneapolis where people serving.
So obviously,
Go ahead, Rose.
Fiction Fighter. Obviously, if you're not aware of your kindness, then it comes naturally, and people just point it out to you every now and then. It just reconfirms that you're being kind.
Right.
Correct?
Okay. Hang on.
That's what I'm saying. My point too is that.
Let Scott make his point.
Well, no one's letting me.
He had started, but you got cut off.
Oh, wow.
Okay, People Serving People is an organization in Minneapolis that we help year-round. The reason I mentioned the Christmas time, and yes, I said Christmas, is because that's when we do the most. But we're continuously helping them year-around.
Are you? Not are we? Are you? The organization is, but are you?
I'm ahead of the organization that helps that organization.
Okay.
Yay!
There you go. That's what you have to point out. You have to
Very
point that out.
worthy
We don't know that. We don't know that unless you
Okay.
point that out.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
we know.
sorry.
Now we know.
No,
Damien?
yeah. I ask good questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about Damien?
I don't.
He looks like
I
he's
don't
falling
help
asleep
people.
there.
I'm an asshole.
Are
I
you
actually.
an asshole?
I'm
Well,
an
he admits
asshole.
it.
I
He admits
helped build the 4G internet network across this country so that
Oh,
more
wow. So you're a
stupid
piece of
could be
shit then.
spread.
Let him finish,
Thanks a
Rose.
lot.
God damn, let him finish.
Wow.
Seriously, let him finish.
Can you repeat that real quick? I want to make sure people hear what he just said. Repeat that, please.
Try not interrupting then. I helped build the 4G internet network across this country so that more stupid could be spread and results in the dumbing down of society.
Did you just hear that? He just confirmed what I talk about. Thank you. The people like you is who I'm exposing, Damien. Thank you.
Okay, let's get this straight. You created the
I don't need
4G
exposing though. I'm
so the
an out
stupid
there
could be
asshole.
spread. Did I
Well,
hear that
no,
right?
there's more like you, Damien. There's more like you. Thank you for
Well,
even
no, there's-
confirming that you're
I'm
spreading
not
the
one.
stupidness. You're spreading the stupidness and the dumbness around the country. You admitted that, and the
No,
government
he didn't.
does
No,
that.
he didn't.
Yeah,
he said
did.
he was. He said he was part of the crew that installed the 4G network across the
Exactly.
country.
To make the
Part
That
more
enables stupid to be spread.
exactly, and it's dumbing
And if
down.
he hadn't turned up to
Damien,
work,
would you
somebody
agree,
else would have.
Damien? Do you agree that there is an agenda about dumbing down society?
An agenda? No.
Yeah. So why were you part of this organization that was doing this then?
Because I'm an asshole. Told you. That's the first thing I
So
said.
are they assholes too? And they're part of making this program, the 4G program, to dumb down a stupid society? Aren't they a part of that?
Yeah, there's the Australian asshole agenda. You know that?
Have you heard of people doing?
Hey.
Have you heard of people doing shitty things just because they're assholes, not because there's an agenda?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. That's what we are. There's no agenda. We're just assholes.
I see. Yeah, I know about you guys. I know about you guys.
Yeah, it's called compartmentalization, Rose.
Yeah, that your kind is the most evilest.
Yes. Yeah. You know what they call us?
I'm not talking to you, Sydney. I'm talking to
Hey,
Damien.
Atheists.
I'd like to interject something. Sydney,
God.
there is one act of kindness that I can account for you.
Wow. Thank you,
We
Damien, for
all
being
battled
honest.
that monster thing called the Mad Lulz cow together to bring him down.
Damien's the realest motherfucker on this panel. Period. At least he admitted that.
What?
I don't remember that.
He admitted what he did. What he just said is fucking huge. You guys don't see it, but I do, and I appreciate
Well,
it.
yeah, it's huge, but it's
Huge. It's
I
huge.
see the point
we
you're
all
trying to
know
make,
it.
Rose,
We all
but
know
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
not the first time.
Right there. Nah, dude, seriously. Wow.
Well, are you on
Thank
4G,
you,
Rose?
Damien.
oh.
We all are, aren't we?
No, I'm actually on
Pillbox,
DSL.
isn't
I
it?
know all about what they do. I know about the devices and the shit they put in the devices
and I are
and
on
the Wi-Fi and the
We're not
effects of
4G.
the Wi-Fi.
I bet you
part of
don't
that?
know our secret handshake.
I don't want to know. It's called a middle
So
finger.
you don't
pointed
know
in-
everything that we
It's
do.
called a middle finger pointed in your face. That's what it's called. That's my handshake with you. Yeah.
Ooh, Rose.
Burn!
Burn. Oh. Ooh,
It
you don't
is.
make friends. You're not gonna make friends
Hey, do
easily
you mind
that
if
way.
do you mind if I download this and put it on my channel? This is epic. I just want
Hell
to
yeah.
play one part between Damien and me right now. 'Cause I really want this out there.
Yeah, can you record the past 20 minutes, Rose?
Yeah, I
I'm
will.
sending you this video right away so that nobody can.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you. That's what I need,
So
man. I'm looking
Frank,
for
what
it
have you
every
got
day.
to say
came for
there,
to get-
man?
To get ammunition.
I
All
got
I can
ammunition.
say is
Thank you.
if this part of the conversation is recorded and then re-uploaded as a I got you moment, I just proved my point. That's all.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
Damien proves his point about the
Good.
westernized society dumbing down to the dumbest people already.
Hey, Green.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, Green, what's the kind thing a day do you do for humankind?
Humanity.
I work with kids with autism.
Yeah, your name's not Green Rose, so
No, outside of work and outside of getting paid.
Neither is yours, Scott.
What's random actions do you do that you don't get paid for?
I don't get paid for. That's a good question because I'm always working.
Same here.
So
But I managed to scratch one
I
up.
have one.
Oh, yeah?
of course you did, Rose.
I did.
But you don't work, Rose.
How do you what?
Ooh.
How do you know that?
Do you work?
Yes. But that has nothing to do with my random kindness. My random kindness is me coming on here dealing with this bullshit.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say.
I'm
Yeah, having to deal with the germ monkeys is very kind.
Yes, I'm being very kind every day. And I think I've been very nice to you, Sydney, and Fiction in my room. Yes or no?
Yes, you have. Yes.
You
Okay.
You've been very respectful.
Fiction, we've been okay since, right? We put those different
come
things
in.
aside.
I've only come in twice since then.
We could be frenemies. It's all good. What I'm
Frenemies.
saying is, yes, that's
That little
right.
split screen thing.
Rose,
But
are
I
you
have been
frenemies?
kind. I have been kind. And listen, I even made a troll video last night for Rob Beasley because
Yes.
I love my trolls. I love my trolls. They support me. I support my trolls. So
Yeah,
I
that was
say-
a fun. That was a fun hang. I will
Hang on.
admit.
It was. It was.
Hang on,
It was therapy.
And
It was good
I
therapy.
think these are acts of kindness on a
Yes.
daily basis. I reach out to multiple people a day
Yeah.
by doing these things, and I think that should be respected, man.
I
mean,
respect
I
that.
will-
shit,
Much
Joe,
respect.
look,
Much respect.
come on.
I will say this, that I did listen to that, Rose, and that was actually a really good hangout. So,
Thank you.
very, very good hangout.
Another one for Rose. Woohoo!
It was needed. It was definitely needed.
It was needed. And I think that was an act of kindness. I didn't have to do that. I didn't even want to at first. And people were like, oh, yeah. And I go, okay, I'll make a room.
It
Here
was
you
a
go.
good one.
And
Yeah.
I didn't talk about nothing personal, about my own shit that I believe in or nothing. I let
That's true.
people do whatever they wanted to do and talk about
It was a
Robbie.
good old-fashioned Robbie roast, for
That
sure.
was a great roast. That was
Yes.
awesome.
It was.
I
and
missed that. I guess I should.
Kindness.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
think I
check
invited you to it.
you
Sarah.
were there.
Like that, I think.
I was?
Sydney, yeah. You were there. It was last night.
If it happened less than 10 minutes ago, I won't remember
Rob
it.
Beasley is a nut hugger. Remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you were there.
Not hugger.
See,
Who can
I
forget that title?
No, I do kind things every day.
Sydney, look at this. We're all coming together now.
Yeah. Now back to Frank.
Wow.
From me, I
You
did
didn't answer
that.
the question.
See how I
What'd you
did
do
that?
outside of work?
Yes, you did.
Loving vibes out. See?
Yes, that's true.
Loving vibes?
Yeah, I was loving vibes.
Frank,
Give Rose that.
Yes.
Frank.
Well,
Frank,
I'm
Frank.
actually a member of the Ramapo Reservoir, meaning that I try to take care of the environment here.
Awesome. Very cool.
Good.
So
So
I'm a
it's
big
just Damien and
environmental-
I that don't give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah, you heathens. God damn it. No. No, I spoke up for you, Sydney. You've joined the cause too, the same as Rose there, against fucktards on the internet.
Well, you guys are doing a great job. I'm going to head out. I appreciate everybody's time. Thanks for having me on, everybody. Rose Fiction Fighter, Sydney, and of course Scott. It's been fun, everybody. I'll see you.
Here, Rose.
Okay, Poe.
Love you, Carol.
Michael Bucks.
You're the best, man. I got your back.
Fiction Fighter, come on. Your life isn't worthless.
I
It's
got
okay.
you act, man. You're cool.
Fiction Fighter's in love with Pillbox.
No,
Totally
she's
in
not
love.
with me.
No,
You don't love
No.
him, Scott.
that
Get out
guy
of here.
don't impress me much.
He really likes Pill more than you, Scott.
No.
And
I don't
Sydney's
think
just
so.
jealous.
I am now. I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
Sydney's my prince. Scott's my prince. Frank can be my prince if he wants. Damien could be my prince if he wants.
But he's not. He'd be a mad king.
Of course.
And I'd be a wonderful princess. With
Everybody,
all
dude.
these princes
He'd
around.
have everything. Yeah, he'd make sure you had everything. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Would you be my Friday princess or my Monday princess?
Oh, I have to be your everyday princess.
Yeah, what are you? What polygynist? What's that called?
Yeah, polygamy? No, not into that.
It sounds like Sydney is, because he said he wants to know if you're going to be there on Friday or Thursday.
Yeah, well, I'm the queen
I
of
figure if I'm a
harems.
prince and Scott's a prince and Damien's a prince, well, what's going to be it's got to have to be separate days, you think?
See, polygamy. I know.
Okay,
I want y'all at
all in
once.
one day. I don't know, whatever.
I'd want y'all at once. Bend over in a row.
Wow.
Slap,
Wow.
slap, slap,
Bend
slap.
over in a row.
Wow. What the fuck?
You're
Let me
forgetting
make
that.
your bum sting.
Whoa.
You're forgetting that Sid and I are assholes, so we don't really care what you want.
Oh, that was a good one.
I want the control.
Sydney. I want controls.
Oh, sure. Anybody want controls? You got it.
I gotta go to bed soon, so I can't have controls.
My good servants.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh.
You ever went nap?
I know I have to get up in the morning for a job I have to go
You
to.
have to loosen up
Yeah,
that
me
tie.
too.
It's bigger than your
hours.
face.
What do
Would you
get
say,
up in the
Rose?
morning
Say
to
again?
go to a job?
That tie is way too big, dude. It's awful.
You should
Not the same variety.
get a job that starts at 4 p.m.
Oh, I did. Nah. Won't pay me as much. I like my money.
Of course you do.
Okay, well, okay, we got to talk to Frank now.
The belly of the beast.
Okay, everybody, silence, silence, silence now.
I want to fight with Rose more.
Scott. I want to fight with Rose some more.
I do. It's kind of fun.
What, we're in a sandbox and shit?
Actually, have Rose and Frank and Green, have you guys met?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Long
Yes.
time ago.
Oh, okay.
We go way back.
Yeah, we go way back. Yes.
Way
Yeah.
back. Yeah, what about it?
Which
Brain
of
fart.
you are evolutionists?
I am.
I
I am.
Nay. Nay.
Not me.
So,
you're not evolutionist?
I come
No.
from a stinking monkey.
I am
think
not an
evolution is
evolutionist,
beautiful.
no.
Hey, Sydney.
What are you, Scott?
Hey, Sydney, what's your full Google Plus name?
what's my what?
Full Google Plus name.
Sydney Winston.
Sydney Winston.
How do you spell it?
Ask an atheist.
Not Sydney, Winston. W-I-N-S-T-O-N.
W-I-N-S-T-O-N. Yeah.
Okay. Well, some people change,
Oh, that's
change
true.
their names.
Hey, Rose, you know you can get to his profile real quick by clicking on the down arrow on his profile picture?
No, somebody's asking me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in that case, it's spelled differently.
That's why I didn't tell you that.
Sydney Winston.
I already got it.
Stamp!
Yeah, sorry.
Sydney Windy Stone. That's what it is. Sydney Windy Stone.
In that case, it's spelled different.
Well,
Hey,
then his
Scott,
is a-
wait. Sid,
Yeah.
What?
I just
What?
heard Scott say he's not an evolutionist. I'm curious as to what standpoint you take.
And Rose is going to make fun of me, but I'm going to be honest as I possibly can. I don't know. I'm in the stance of I don't know.
Good for you.
Oh, so you're
I'm not gonna make
ichthyist?
fun of you for that, dude.
Are you ichthyist, Scott?
Hold on, Scott.
Yeah.
Don't fucking lie. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right now? You don't know.
I don't know. I know I can't buy the
That's
God
good.
thing. I know I can't
Good.
buy the God thing, but
Okay.
I will never say that I'm an evolutionist. I will never say that it's the Big Bang, because honestly, I'm not smart enough to know that stuff.
Okay.
And I don't think that neither are the people that claim it.
Right. I agree.
Wow. Can we hug now?
No. No.
No, let her
Come
stick
on.
out first.
But that's my point. We don't know. And,
Let her-
I'm glad I'm achieving my goals.
Yeah, I'm in the camp.
Unless
I
you're
don't know.
fucking full of shit. Unless you're being full of shit right now, trying to be a fucking ass.
No.
I think he's being sincere.
If you're
Bro.
being sincere, I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, Robes. I try
Wow.
to answer things.
Fucking Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I try to answer things as honestly as possible, and
I do too.
I don't want to be in the camp of I want to make things up, and all the respect, that not saying that people want to make things up. I'm not in the zone of like.
Some
Okay,
of us
here's
do a little bit more research on things, so we might
Yeah.
have more of a leaning towards one side or the other, but not totally being on one side or the other.
But you see, the thing is, Rose, even if I lean towards one side or the other, then I'm just caving.
Mhm. You have to have your own point.
Yeah, and I don't know, and that's the most honest I can possibly give.
Well, that's respectful, very respectful. That's the only thing I ask of people. Just question your own shit. Don't listen to other people. Question what you're being told and weigh it out to whatever that path may be.
But that's what we do. That's what we've done. That's
And not
how
a
we
lot
do
of
our-
people do that. Not a lot of people do that, Sydney, because I run into a lot of people that they listen to what they're told, and that's where their beliefs come from, is from what somebody told them and what that person told them and what that person told them. And it's just passed down and down and down, and people don't question where did this come from? Where did this concept even arise from? What year did this come from? Who said this? Why did they say that? What were they saying before that? It's about questioning what you're being told. And that's all I'm asking from people.
But that's how we all got to where we are. That's how I got to where
No.
I am. That's how Damien got to where he is.
On the panel, I'm talking about in society, a lot of people just go by what they're told.
Oh, the
Period.
sheep-
They don't
sheep-
question nothing. They don't question anything. They're just told this, and that's what it is.
Yeah, they're not
And they're
people, they're
comfortable.
sheeple.
Yeah, they're comfortable there. And
That's why religion thrives.
Mhm.
exactly, and I'm not religious. And so that's my point that I'm always trying to make. The people like misunderstand me for some reason. I don't know why, but Scott actually broke it down tonight very nicely. Thank you.
Mhm.
Is that we should question what we're being told. Come up with your own opinion based on your facts that you research and you look into and you feel comfortable with, and that's all that matters.
Well,
Like-
I don't
Yeah.
want to say that I'm question what we're being told, but here's my own conclusions. Here's what I've come up with, and here's what makes me who I am today.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, Rose, and not that I'm asking permission.
Perfect. No, I'm just saying. I
The
just
way, the way I put it.
Okay, hold on. Give him the
If
floor,
someone-
uninterrupted, and say it. Go for it.
Who?
Who, me?
You, Scott, yeah.
Me?
no. He said his point.
Oh, was that? Oh, sorry.
That was my point. I mean, I don't know, and I'm just
I
going to be
understand
honest.
him. Yeah.
I just want to say this. If someone accepts gravity as fact based on the evidence,
hmm
but looks at something like evolution and says, well, I don't know, yet evolution is probably more easier understood than gravity, and there is a truckload more evidence to support evolution than there is gravity, then they're not being consistent within themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Great point.
if you accept gravity as it is, as it's presented by the scientists, to be consistent, you would have to accept evolution as well.
hmm
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't accept the evolution, you said.
No, I
It's
don't.
all-
But I can
it's
see your
all
point of
being
view. I
internally
see. Look,
consistent.
I'm not closed-minded, dude. I'm the most open-mindedest person in the world. I just want to know the truth, whatever the truth is. That's all I want. I don't have an agenda to push this side or the other side. I'm just
No,
on a path.
but
So
what
I
I'm
listen
saying
to
is,
people.
if you accept one thing based on that much evidence, but don't accept something else that's based on that much evidence, then you're not being internally consistent.
Okay, well, those are two different things, though, at the same time.
But you use the same
They
method
don't-
to come to your conclusion.
Not necessarily, because they don't equate.
They don't have to equate. That's,
But they should. If it's
that's
gonna,
irrelevant.
I don't think so.
No. It's the method of coming to your conclusion is the same no matter what it is that you're looking at.
Okay.
That was my point.
But that's not my dilemma, though. That's your guys' dilemma. I don't believe in evolution, and I don't believe in gravity.
I don't have a dilemma. Well, you don't. Go step off a building then. Tell me what happened.
How do you not believe in gravity? That's a good question.
Because we're still okay. We're not moving. So if you drop, if you fall, you're gonna fall down. It doesn't mean it necessarily means gravity. It just means you're gonna fall down. You just jumped off a building. You're gonna fall down. It's just. I mean, it doesn't have to equate to gravity.
But there's physics behind falling down. It's not you just don't fall down. It's physics. It's a physics. There's physics behind that, right?
Okay, well there could be gravity, but it doesn't mean we're on a. Now they're saying it's pear shape. It's so. Just posted that on my Google Plus. Check that out. The head spokesman from NASA said the Earth is now like pear shaped. That's what they said.
Okay,
yeah, I just posted it.
Hang on, now you're segueing.
No, you don't have to have gravity on a. Doesn't have to be round to have gravity. You can have gravity on a flat surface. That's possible too.
But you just said you don't believe in gravity.
I don't, but you could. I mean,
gravity is a universal. It's a universal thing like light.
Okay.
It's possible. I'm not ruling it out. I mean.
But Rose, you just said you believe in gravity. So let's start there.
No, listen. No, listen.
No, let's start there.
I don't believe in gravity in the way of the term that they explain it to us.
Who's they?
NASA. Okay, their term of gravity I don't agree with. I'm not saying that the flat Earth soul type particle, structure wouldn't have gravity. Maybe it does. Who knows? I don't weigh gravity. I don't fucking know. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a spinning ball to have gravity. You can have gravity on a flat surface too.
So what you're saying is that
I don't know. What?
So what you're saying, Rose, is that you're desperately wanting to segue your flat Earth or whatever you wanted, your agenda, into this hangout. Is what I'm getting.
There's no agenda. I already told you there's no agenda. Were you not listening?
Okay, but I am listening very, very closely because you just said, first you said, I don't believe in gravity. And
no, not in the term.
Let me dissect this quick, please.
Go ahead, dissect. You're good at that.
First, I don't believe in gravity. And then you said there might be gravity. And then you said the sphere Earth. Because you're trying to change the subject into your own topic of disproving the ball Earth, which you...
No.
Yes, is what you're doing.
No, I'm not. Listen.
Hang on, real quick. Sugar, yes, please. Okay. Sorry, but that's what you're doing.
What's
Rose.
up? Sorry. No. What I mean, I already explained it. The ball Earth, the term of gravity that they use, NASA use, their metrics and everything they use for gravity for the ball Earth, I don't agree with. I don't believe in that. Okay, but if there is gravity, I don't think it's the term that NASA is using or the mathematics.
So again, you've proven my point. You're trying to push your anti-NASA agenda. So you found a way to segue into your own. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes.
I'm moving on. No.
Into your own topic.
No. Well, it's my topic because that's what I believe. So of course that's my topic.
No, but you've managed to segue something that you have pushed on your channel.
So what? What's the problem?
Because that's all you know. But I want to take.
How do you know that's all I know?
It's pretty prevalent. It's pretty prevalent.
That's all I know. That's all I know. All my knowledge is only about this one subject. That's all I know.
It's pretty prevalent.
I think that's a pretty loose use of the word knowledge. Just saying.
He's saying that's all I know. How is that all I know?
I never said it's all you know, but that's what your agenda was. Then I maybe misspoke, and I apologize if I did. But that's what you're trying to segue into next topic of conversation. Because that's
moving on. Hey, Sugar, let's move it on. How you doing?
And
That's
I
not
prove
what I'm
my
doing.
point.
No,
Thank you very
that's not-
much.
No, that's not what I'm doing. That's
I'll
why I'm
think
going to change the subject. I'm going to change the subject because
You're
that's not
smart.
the
Good
subject
idea.
I was trying. Yeah, because that's not the subject I was trying to get into.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you're incorrect on
we've
that,
run out
Scott.
of the time for this segment of this conversation. Now
move
we're
on.
moving on to
Yeah.
Hi, Sugar.
Hello,
fuck?
Sugar.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing really well. Well, I mean, best as I can.
It's
I
not
haven't
the
talked to you
best
in a
day of your life, is it?
Sorry?
It wasn't the best day of your life.
No, it wasn't. I'm trying to. I fill my day with everything I need to do, and then I came here last night after being with family, and I was able to laugh, and that was really nice.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it just offered me something, but no, it wasn't.
Well, hopefully you can have a laugh or two here too.
I'm hoping so. But,
Well, considering we've got the biggest joker on the planet who just joined us, you probably will.
Oh, Christ.
who are we talking about?
Talking about me, Sugar. What up, player?
Oh, sir, I love this man. He's wonderful.
I just kidding.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as
like
it's got
him.
a dick between
Thank
his
you,
legs,
Sugar.
it's
Thank you
wonderful.
very
Hey,
much, Sugar. See, that's the thing.
Sugar.
You see, Sugar has open eyes. She's not afraid of things she doesn't understand.
Yeah, she
Right.
likes the dick.
Yeah. You know what, honey?
I heard what happened.
Unfortunately, your dick
So I
isn't
heard.
big enough.
Okay. Anyways, Phil. So
I'm
Oh,
glad
man.
for that.
Phil,
Nice.
Phil, did you hear Scott trying to tell me what my agenda is when I
Hey, there
just
we
made
go
the
again.
decision
Sydney.
decided what's on my agenda?
What happened to Sugar?
These
She also
people,
came to
these
the
people
hangout,
are
you know?
fucking trying to crawl down my fucking back because I make a point that none of them agree on, and so let's all attack Rose and tell her what her agenda is when I don't even have a fucking agenda, you moron.
Oh, I know Rose to be pretty diverse, I think. I mean, I only heard...
I knew exactly what happened. As soon as it boggles my mind. Yeah, my mic's cutting out. I'm gonna have to.
Shut up.
I'm gonna have to leave again.
Sugar trying to talk.
Scott, try not to be gay for 5 minutes, Scott.
Whoa, I'm married, you dumb cunt.
I know, but
I love it.
you're still gay.
John Travolta is married, and Tom Cruise is married.
Yeah, stop being gay, Scott. Listen, no, but to Damien. Oh, that's so nice of you, Scott. That's so nice of you.
I'll do that.
Such a
Wait,
big
I'll-
boy.
Wait.
You're such a big boy. Okay, so Damien made a completely fallacious statement and said that science backs evolution. That was psychotic. I know you guys were talking about gravity, and us people that don't believe in the blue ball. The problem you guys don't understand is that gravity is not our problem. Gravity is a problem for the spinning ball.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, it's a possibility.
Yeah, it is also known as magnetism. It is a form of magnetism which works on a still plane. If we were moving at 500 million miles an hour, which is what that galaxy is supposedly turning at, we would have serious issues and gravity would be completely different. But we're not because we don't experience that. That's observable.
Sydney, do you understand what I'm kind of getting at this point?
No, Scott. Nobody is.
And Sydney, it's your room. Do you understand what I was getting at?
Yes, I do.
I do.
Thank
perfectly.
I do.
Well, alike, we're gonna think alike. But Sugar, thank you. I am pretty diverse. I don't think I like attack anybody. I let atheists on my hangouts, and they talk freely, and I treat them respectful. I expect the same thing.
You know what I was making a comment was, because I don't have a whole lot of experience watching you, but each time I notice that you do speak of several different, subjects. So from what I've seen of you, I've seen you be very diverse. So
Thank you.
That's an
Very
observation.
diverse. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So stick that up
hey,
your ass,
everybody.
Wow, that's classy.
I just want to know,
You were making fart
does he
noises.
address me?
No, it wasn't.
Hold on a minute, everybody. Big news.
Pillbox's
Canada has
last
a new prime
comment
minister.
Big
wasn't even worth addressing.
What's the big news there, Sid?
Canada has a new prime minister.
Woohoo!
Yay! But I think Damien was saying something. I didn't hear what he said.
Not such big news, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, because you know what? He's just somebody else is going to tell him how to do that job, isn't he? Aren't they?
What?
That your new prime minister. I mean, doesn't he have to have somebody else tell him to do that job? Because I thought he didn't know the job very well. No?
No, he just got sworn in today.
Yeah. Never mind.
He's been in politics since he was a baby.
Yeah, he's been introduced to the Queen when he was, a kid. Now he's going to be introduced
Just
to the
'cause he's
Queen
young
as the boss.
Yeah, I heard it on your news, so that's why I was asking. It wasn't.
Just because he's young doesn't mean he's ignorant.
No, he knows
Just
the
because
political
you're a
system.
female doesn't mean you're a female.
And just because you show your tits and everything naked in private doesn't mean you're a sex object.
Go ahead and prove it. You can't prove it.
Bitch.
Psycho.
Wretched whore.
I'd like to bring out the big
Why
guns,
are
but
you
you
guys?
know what?
Why
I'm
are you guys
just too
talking?
nice.
Narcissistic little hussy.
Wait. Come on.
You know what?
How old are we here?
Ask her what
Fiction
I
fighter.
did to her.
Hold
Ask her
on.
what I did to her to piss her off. Ask her.
I am. Hold on. Fiction fighter. Calm down.
Yeah.
You're still a lady, are you not? Or are you
Yeah,
just
but
a
she doesn't
female?
make her any different than attention
are
whore.
you, are you a
Ask her
female?
what I did.
Hold on.
Ask
Are you
her
a
what
female?
I did.
Are you a
to
female
get her
or
mad
a
at me.
lady? Hold on. Fiction
Because
fighter.
she's a liar. Hey, Sugar is a
Prove
liar.
it. Prove
How?
it.
She's a manipulator.
How?
And she
Prove
makes
it.
things up. She's got her
Prove
own
it.
little imaginary.
Prove it.
How is
Prove
she any of those things?
Prove it.
I can say that about you, Fiction Fighter. I can say you're a whoreback
I
slut.
haven't
that-
done any of what Sugar has done.
You slept with Sydney. You slept with Scott. You slept with Damien. You're a whore. You slept
Wait,
with
what?
Do I like it?
How did I manage to do that?
I can say anything
Hang
I
on.
want. It
I
doesn't
barely
make-
come on camera, Rose. I don't go on. Has anybody seen me
Hang on,
naked?
hang
Has
on.
anybody seen my face? No.
Well, I can say it. Well, maybe they did. We don't know.
I just want to know, did I like it?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. You loved it.
Awesome.
Did my wife find out?
Awesome.
Well, that's news to
No.
me.
She hasn't found out about
It's
anything.
been my evil twin. Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Hey,
See,
she-
Sugar?
she-
See, that's what you're doing. See, Sugar?
How
There
come
is no
I didn't get a turn?
Yeah, I know.
See, Sugar?
Well,
There's no answer.
It's-
well,
They're just talking shit.
yeah, because I normally charge actually.
No,
'cause I'm not
see,
really. I'm a
we don't air
whore.
our dirty laundry out for everyone and then claim victimhood.
Oh,
That's
see,
the
you
difference
bought into the
Women
narrative.
like me and you there,
You know,
Sugar,
I-
Sugar.
What are we
Bought
descending
into-
into here?
She's bought into the narrative, right?
Bought into the narrative. No, I've seen it for myself. The first time I saw you come on here, you know what? I predicted what was going to happen. I
No.
knew all this shit was going to go down because you were just making love to your camera and trying to.
No,
Yeah.
she's an alpha female.
Ladies.
You're an alpha female. I'm an alpha female.
Now,
Alright.
part of me wants to go back to the flat Earth for some reason.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
flat
I'm
Earth
starting
and flat
I'm
Earth,
starting to buy into it for some reason.
It's like
the whiteboard woman
I
over
always say,
there, she knows about
Sugar,
flat Earth.
Sugar, you need to stop talking, Sugar. Nobody gives a shit about your shit, but yet they
That's right.
keep talking
We don't.
about my shit.
We know.
Right.
See, you're talking about your shit now.
You know what?
Because
Shut
you were
the
fiction
fuck
fighter.
up.
You're
Right? You
evil.
heard it?
Oh,
Shut
did I
the fuck
detect
up.
a lot of animosity?
Why is
Sugar?
this on the public? Just on the public,
Shut up.
Sugar made it public.
public network?
No.
Come on, guys.
Check your facts.
I
lady.
want
Check
to.
your
I want to
facts.
prove to you that the world is flat,
Well,
but I can't because it isn't.
but it is. And the joke's on you later. All right, Wobblies. Sugar, you know what?
Yes.
You're stronger than all this madness.
Oh, I
and
know.
And I am too. I mean, they really think that this shit's gonna try to hit us, and it doesn't. It bounces right the fuck off us like armor, dude.
Well, they have to. Yeah, I know the truth. I know what I
That's it.
said. I know
That's
what
your
I
armor.
did, and
And
that's
that's
all I
your
care
fucking armor.
about.
And that's your fucking armor, and no one can take that off of you. So they can keep talking their shit all they want, but you know the truth, and they don't. That's it.
Yep.
That's the best thing. That's the
Good
best thing.
night, Scotty.
Thanks for
It
popping
doesn't
in.
bother me.
Yeah, fuck off, Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. What was that?
He's a
Leaving.
baby.
He's going to sleep.
He's going night night.
We can't hear you
I
if you're
can't hear you,
talking to
Scott.
us.
You're
God
muted.
damn it! Sorry.
You're dozing off, man.
No, I know. I just got this little clicker on me, so I'm gonna go to bed. Nice talking to everybody here, and I mean that sincerely.
Yes, it's been a ride, hasn't it?
It has been a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Follow
there's
me.
one more of those times when Sugar
The
pops in and
obsolete-
somebody says something and it chases everybody out, and then they'll remember it's me. So just
you
remember who started
Scott said he was
it.
going to go all back to sleep.
To
So,
the obsolete.
Anybody-
Guys, anybody listening, watch the obsolete. The
Kinda
obsolete.
hard.
Rose Patton. subscribe.
YouTube.com/positivelygodless.
Yeah, and I'm not selling anything, nor do I have a Patreon account, so.
I have underwear that I'm selling, so.
I'm selling my daddy on the blind.
Hey, I'd buy that fucked up tie though, Scott.
Craigslist, man.
Come on, Rose. I mean, it's the end of a work day.
It's
I'm
awful.
sorry.
It does not match. It does not match.
How does it not match?
It's the wrong red. It's the wrong red. Mm-mm.
It isn't red. I bought this at Kohl's. It was in
It's
a
awful.
box.
It is hideous. And the collar shirt doesn't even. You don't even iron. What the fuck's going on around your neck?
Well, I don't know if
You're
you
looking
had
like a Satanist, like you're gonna go do a ritual or something. I don't know.
if you had a job, then maybe you'd understand how this works.
I do.
Job?
I do.
Job.
What's
I
a
teach
job?
I don't
teach
know.
PE. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
You teach PE?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
actually
cool.
go to work?
You teach private enterprise? How do you do that?
No.
Rose,
Physical education from kindergarten to 5th grade.
You don't teach them that
Rose,
the world
honey.
is flat, do you?
What?
You don't teach them that the world is flat, do you?
Let them run around the flat Earth though. They're not
Okay.
aware of it.
Okay.
I run around the flat earth. Audience.
Rose,
They
honey.
don't know about it, but they're doing laps on it. Yeah.
Rose, honey, if you'd like some lessons on how to find yourself a rich man and to manipulate him and take all of his money, please call me because I'm apparently the expert.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
a pro, are you, Sugar? Now you admit it.
I would take a broke man as long as we were spiritually connected and there was like a strong connection. I don't give a fuck what he is.
I guarantee you're right, sister. I guarantee you're right.
Oh, I am right.
But but they won't believe you.
That's why I've been single.
I'm out.
Get out of here. Right, you're out of here fucking 10 minutes ago. Why are you still sitting there? Why am I looking at you?
Oh,
Get
because
out of here.
you love me. Oh, because you
Get
love me.
Get off your time.
You love me.
Worldwide. Like, comment, and subscribe worldwide.
Positive regardless, everybody.
Yeah.
Subscribe,
Get a
like,
haircut too. While you're at it.
comment.
He's great. I like that guy. He's so nice.
He's not.
Fuck, what the
Always
fuck?
nice.
No, he's not.
Well, I mean, I have a different. I got a different relationship with him than with you. You know.
Oh, we know you got a relationship with everybody there, Chad.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa!
That's that dirty
Whoa.
whore I am.
Why can't women just like
Come
each
on.
Look at that.
I've
catty
never.
face.
Do you know that I've never even fought with my best girlfriend. It's a few
It's
of
jealousy. It's jealousy. It's envy.
Not at all.
of what? I'm
Not
nothing.
jealous?
I am
Envy.
nothing.
Envy.
I'm nothing. Come on
That's
now.
Come on. You really think you're nothing? If you were nothing, you wouldn't be sitting there right now.
Well, I think we're all everything. But
Exactly.
That's just me.
We're all everything and nothing at the same time. All of
Yeah,
us.
we're perfect.
Collectively,
perfect
we're nothing.
imperfection.
Individually,
Well,
we're
collectively,
everything.
you're nothing, Sydney.
That doesn't make
Aw.
sense.
I know.
Collectively is plural, and I and you are
I can fuck
singular.
with Sydney. He's been on my. You know what? He's been a little mole on my show for the
Yes.
last week.
I know that.
I didn't know who the fuck he was, and he was moling me. Yeah, Sydney. And then
Did I?
couldn't
Did
tell.
I?
And you never
disturb
went
the
on
balance?
live.
No.
No, but you never went on live camera. He was a little mole in my little hangouts. And
I don't
then I
go
found out
live camera mostly
I
if I'm
didn't
not in my own hangout.
I didn't even know you did live hangouts. What the fuck?
Well, I don't ever.
You didn't tell me about You didn't tell me about yourself, Sydney. I said plug your stuff, and you were like, "Oh, I don't do nothing." And I'm like,
Well, this is
Sydney's having a
nothing.
hangout. What the fuck? It is something.
Well, I know, but
You
I
don't-
have a hangout. I don't have regular hangouts, so it's nothing you can rely on or predict.
But it has been nice to
Can
see
you-
you in Hangouts.
But will you admit that you were moling me?
What does that mean, firstly?
Like coming in my room and just listening,
Yeah.
gathering information.
Oh, yeah, that was it. For my
Yeah.
spy network.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what Rob would say. You have an agenda.
Yes, I not only do I have an agenda, but I have kicked him off his mantelpiece as God because I'm King of the Jews. Didn't you know?
Jews?
Oh yes, I've heard King of the Jews. How
King
wonderful.
of the Jews. You see, and I have a more legitimate claim to be King of the Jews than he has to be God. So I win.
That's right, you do.
That's right.
You do win. Ah, well, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna win. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Nothing. Where's Fiction Fighter?
Oh, she fucked off as she should.
She wobbled off her chair.
What, I still don't get the bad blood thing.
People get wobbled.
So here's how I know it, right? The last hangout I did that I hosted, she came in. We had a great time. I don't remember us ever having an issue. And what she did after this whole Mark thing happened, she just jumped on the bandwagon. She saw a lulz cow that was floundering in the water because I'd never been on in a community like this before. She saw an open target and she took it. Well, fuck her, because I fire back. So, now that I know the rules, you won't get over on me again. So, and she's coming a little late to the party. I mean, really, it's over. Done. Right? Yeah. Nobody wants this anymore. Nobody cares.
True. It's just drama, right? Drama.
It's silly drama.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, shall we? Hey, what is this thing about California splitting into like four states or something?
It happens so often. Sometimes it's 7, or other times they say 4. Sometimes they want north and south. I don't see it ever happening. But they talk about it. They keep trying. Every election, somebody tries to push past that bill, or push past the agenda, whatever it is. Hasn't happened. Hasn't even gotten close, from what I know.
So what's the concept behind it, though?
Because we have so much land, and that our counties are so big, and that they'd rather just have smaller government than one big, gigantic government.
So there'd be separate states. There'd be the 52nd, 53rd, whatever, 51st.
Apparently, yeah. That is as much as I know about it. I mean, I could see them splitting north and south, because that's kind of the way we do it right now, Northern California and Southern California. As far as any farther, I don't know what the benefit is to smaller government. I mean, as it is, we send all of our water in Northern California to Southern California, and then we have nothing. And they get water from all kinds of places.
You've got nothing. You guys don't have. You don't have any water in Northern California.
Oh, we are in such a drought here. Oh yeah, it's amazing. You can't even water your lawns. Our reservoirs are down like 70%, something ridiculous like that.
Winter's coming.
Yeah, but we don't get a whole lot of rain anymore. It never rains in California. You ever heard that song?
Yeah, I do.
Well, there's truth to it, yeah. And did you know that Atlanta gets more rain than Seattle?
Atlanta, Georgia?
Atlanta, Georgia, each year gets more rain than Seattle. That they say that the Seattle rain lore is just that. It's just a way to keep people away.
Well, it is a good ploy, because the Pacific Northwest is really beautiful and a perfect place to stay. You don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry to come and stay in our perfect paradise.
I may have to find another.
It's shitty on the West Coast. Lousy. Yeah. Don't come. Don't say it. Stay away.
Go away. What were you saying, Rose?
No, I just got back. I didn't know what the fuck you guys were talking about.
About California and its lack of rain, and the fact that every year during election time they want to split California up into between 2 and 7 little states.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Stop voting, people.
Right.
Stop voting. They're all corrupted. What the fuck?
What would happen?
They're all
hypothetically, Rose.
It's like lesser of one evil. Like,
Rose, what would happen hypothetically if the next election nobody went to vote?
Good.
Good. Fine, good. But what would happen? What's the procedure?
Well, not what's going to happen. I have my own opinion. What I would like to happen. Doesn't mean that that's going to happen. But I have my opinion of what I
wonder what the law says. I don't know the answer to this either.
Yeah.
I would say
there's no
organized.
Answer. It's all conjecture.
Organized anarchy.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does. Organized anarchy. You never looked into that?
Anarchy is by definition not organized, isn't it?
But that's, I'm telling you my opinion of what I would want to happen, it would be organized anarchy.
Explain
It's
that.
like semi-controlled chaos.
No, it's not chaos.
No, but I mean that relation to those words. Semi-controlled chaos is kind of like
It's
organized anarchy. Yeah.
Organized anarchy wouldn't be chaos.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Somebody called me an anarchist the other day when I was talking. They went, "You're an anarchist." And I went, "What?"
I'd be like organized one. An organized one, at least. I mean, look at the government. Do you think that they are organized anarchy?
I would think they would be. I mean, they're, well...
Look at it. Look at their structure.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Right?
Yeah. Sure.
They're against what... A lot of the people are against what they're doing, but they still get away with doing it. And they're organized, so why not flip the coin and do our own organized anarchy?
Well, they like to keep us distracted, you know.
Well, because we're not getting organized. We are the 99.9.
Yeah, I think we forget that.
If we can't get that fucking shit together, but they can at 1%. 1% of the people can get their fucking shit together, but 99.9% can't. Where's the fucking problem?
That's the whole reason I came here, because I said, how do you get an entire society to turn and walk in the same direction?
Ask Damien. He does 4G mind control shit to make people get dumber and stupid, and he admitted it. He's part of the fucking program.
This one here, this Damien?
Yeah, Damien. Yeah. Talk to him, dude.
Well, no, Damien and I are quite close.
Yes, Damien is the devil.
But did you know that he is part of the organization that are dumbing down and stupefying society? He even admitted it. He said it.
One of the leaders of that.
He said it. I'm not speaking for him.
I'm going to have to limit my... Well, Damien, I'm going to have to limit my conversation with you then. Because
hey, Damien, can you repeat what you told us earlier about how you're part of a network, 4G people that just hate people, they have no agenda, they just hate us. That's what he said. They're just angry and they hate us. Right?
He didn't say that, actually.
Well, obviously, if you're angry and you're doing this to stupefy and dumb down people, you hate us. Why else would you do it? Because you love us? No. So I'd have to assume the opposite. Right?
I would agree. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
It does.
Damien, what do you have to say for yourself?
Yes, Damien, what do you have to say for yourself?
Please do.
What did I just get back to?
Remember the
apparently you mind control and you're dumbing us down, is that right?
Yeah, the 4G, tell them what you do. Tell them. I thought this was the best of the whole fucking hangout and everyone wants to skip over it. I really want to elaborate.
Okay, let Rose repeat what you said that Damien is actually confessed to.
Okay, Damien. You were talking about how you work for the 4G company and how you're angry at people and you're dumbing down and stupefying people across the country.
He's part of that organization. Yes. That's what you said, right?
You admit it. Sugar, listen.
I'm listening.
You misconstrued what I said.
Oh, it's live.
I didn't say I worked for a 4G company. I didn't say I was angry.
Yeah, you did. This is recorded.
No, I never mentioned I was angry at all.
Did you take a sedative?
What I said.
No.
Shut up.
Oh, this is recorded. Sure.
What I said.
Go back and listen again.
Let him say what he said. Let him say it.
Okay.
What I said was, first thing I said was I'm an asshole.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Right, I've heard
that. Then I said I was part of installing the 4G internet network across this country for further spreading the dumbing down of society.
Yeah.
That is what I said.
I heard it.
There is nothing about me working for a 4G company. They don't exist.
Spreading dumbness across the country. He said it.
There's nothing in there about me being angry.
Well, you have to be. You hate us or you love us.
You're a little angry there.
That's a false dichotomy. I
Just
could be
because
doing
you're
it for
an
my
asshole?
own.
You're not even human then. You don't have emotions. You don't have empathy. You don't have empathy. How? How can you have empathy?
Wow, Damien. I didn't know.
Admit it. He has no empathy. He doesn't even know what fucking empathy is. Like, he's a demon laughing his ass off.
You know, something's up though, Rose, because when I started talking to Damien, he was not like this.
Yeah, he's a demon.
Yeah.
I think he's demonic. I think he's possessed.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah,
you know.
Hey,
I think
tell me something. Is
dingo.
there a Roman
I think
Catholic leader of Australia?
Dingo ate his baby.
Sugar, let him say it again, Sugar. It really needs to get, like, in your head. Listen
Yes,
to
Damien.
what he is
Come on.
saying. People, please, this is crucial. Please say it again, Damien. Please. He's an asshole. Go ahead.
Everybody, what you've been doing.
This is epic. Go ahead. I love it. I can hear it over and over again. Please, Damien.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let him speak though, Rose.
You can't hear
I am. Go ahead.
Again, for about, I don't know, the 4th time now, I helped install the 4G network, the internet, across this country, which helps further spread stupidity.
Really? Is that how you feel about us?
Boom!
And as I first said when you first reacted to this, you're proving my point.
No. I've been fucking exposing you guys for years, and to get a fucking piece of shit like you to come on here and admit that is fucking gold. Thank you.
Come on, Damien.
I don't think he's doing shit but eating cornflakes.
No.
I'll find a bit of evidence for you.
Go eat your cornflakes in the corner.
No.
But you're right, though. But I don't know if it's you. Good Lord.
I'm shocked and appalled.
That is funny.
Listen. All you have to do is listen to people.
Yeah, I know. People do reveal themselves, don't they?
They do. Just shut up and listen.
Yeah, I know.
All right, hang on. I'm finding some further evidence for you.
Oh, I don't need further evidence. I already know. I've been exposing this for years. I already know.
This is undisputable evidence for you.
I already know. I know it's true. But tell the people that don't know and think I'm
trying to help you.
I've been saying this for years, and everybody goes, "Oh, you're God! Oh my God, Rose, you're crazy!" Oh, and now you're sitting here saying, "Hey, I got proof. Check this out. We're making you dumb, you dumb fucks." Fuck.
Where did I say I'm making you dumb?
Not me. I'm awake. There's no going back from me.
Awake and alive.
So what did you think of the 3G network then, Rose?
It doesn't matter. It's all to influence your mind with the waves of the Wi-Fi. I could pick up Wi-Fi 3 doors down from my neighbor.
Yeah, so
I could pick up Wi-Fi a block down from my neighbors. I can see all of their Wi-Fis.
You see it or you feel it?
No, their signals. You can see their signals. Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Climbing up there.
Do you have synesthesia?
No, show it. Hold on. Hey, Sydney, click on him, dude. No, go back. Go. No, Damien. Put it back
I'm
up.
trying to get a bit bigger.
That's the antenna. He's showing you. This shit is affecting your minds. Click on him.
Yeah. I know what that is.
Then you get to click on him.
That's me climbing up there.
Well, it doesn't matter if that's you or not. Look at the fucking antenna.
It's huge.
That's the shit. That's fucking with us.
Have you seen the ones disguised as trees? Have you seen the ones?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, and they have them in schoolyards too. It's mind control. It's mind control. It is mind control at its fullest.
And we carry this shit around with us all day long in our hands.
Your pockets, it's in your purse. Yep, it's always on you.
I know.
People would rather you walk in a room, go into a waiting room. I don't give a fuck what waiting room. Doctors, therapists, art class. I don't give a fuck. Any waiting room. How many people are in that waiting room? If there's 10 people are on their phone. 10 people. At least 8.
Yeah.
It's all part of the plan to give everyone cancer via radiation.
No, I don't think it's about that. No, I don't know about that. But it definitely has a mind control capacity.
Oh, I did. I've done radio hazard courses. I know all about it.
Well, yeah, you put the phone to your ear. You ever You ever use your phone? You ever use your cell phone? You put it against your ear.
No, I use the head. Yeah.
Okay, if you didn't, and your ear starts getting hot, and the side of your face starts getting hot,
yep,
it's microwaving your fucking brain. That's why you need to use the headsets.
I always do.
Me too.
I use
It's the best thing because if you put the phone to your ear, I used to talk to my friend, and she would talk for like 2 hours straight, and my ear was just start catching on fire. It would just be burning, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'd switch from different ears. The phone's getting hot. I know this has happened to people.
Oh no, I know you're exactly right.
It's a microwave.
Guys, I'm so sorry. My son is trying to call me on Skype and with my family.
Oh, okay. All right, sugar.
Yeah,
Well, it's nice to see you.
And I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, sugar. Hi, Ravens.
What's up?
How are ya?
Oh, just farming the lulz cows.
Oh, we have been. I guess we have been out of touch with that part of the internet. What's going on?
Never a dull moment.
We've been in our old world over here.
Oh.
The 4G world. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fun. Damien's just having a blast. Dude, where are you from?
Mars.
Oh, well, that doesn't exist. Hey, but Damien, you're welcome to come to my show sometime. It'd be fun.
If you can't tell, I'm an Aussie.
Oh, you're an Aussie. Aussie.
Oi, oi.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, I didn't have to. It's like kind of like the thing in the barbershop. Dun, 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 dun. No one knows that. Dun 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 dun.
I just
Having a haircut.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope I wasn't the reason Sugar left.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, okay.
She had a job talking to her kid and stuff. So what's going on with you?
Trying to get all my Halloween stuff taken down.
Yeah, the pagan holiday shit. It's brutal.
I know, it sucks, especially when you got one hand.
Yeah.
Where was the holiday? Everybody, nobody did anything until they got back from work in the evening. So it wasn't quite a holiday, wasn't it?
Oh, it is at my house. I love Halloween.
That's the baddest holiday. That's the worst. Are you an atheist, Raven?
I'm a Satanist.
Oh, you're a Satanist. Oh, okay. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't believe in any god, but I think it's fun just to
I talked to you
fuck
before
with people who do.
the no atheist fucking hangout. What's that one dude? Fuck. He's always in the kitchen at a table. Something atheist. I think I met you there. Yeah.
Oh, that's Quad Atheist.
Yeah, quiet atheist. There you go. Thank you.
John.
Yeah, he's cool.
No, he's very
Yeah, I met you there. That's where I remember you from.
Yeah, I'm a LaVeyan Satanist, which basically means I don't believe in any god, but it's fun to fuck with people who do.
I know the LaVeus. I know what you mean.
LaVeus?
Yeah, Ontario LaVeyan.
LaVeyan.
You mean these different
Yeah, there's different. We'll let her explain it, but yeah, different organizations, different levels, different all that shit. There's
basically you have some.
It's just like religion. Like you have Catholics, Christians, Lutherans, Mormons. You have like that. You have the same thing in Satanism. You have different levels of their religion.
They're not levels, but some Satanists believe in an actual Satan. Other ones don't believe in an actual Satan as a being. I don't believe that. That's the type I am. I don't believe in a God or sin or faith or any of that crap.
Mm-hmm. But then why are you different from me?
I'm sorry. I have to say bye to everybody. I'm gonna go do a paranormal video with my friend Kev. But hey, thanks for having me on, Sydney. If you're still
Welcome,
up,
Rose. Come again.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, good night, Ravens and Damien. Made my night. Thank you.
Good night, Rose. See you later.
Ravens.
Uh-huh.
What makes a Satanist any different from an atheist?
Well, there's some Satanists who believe in an actual Satan, and then there's some that just they don't believe in any of it. Basically, an atheist, and
With a
don't believe.
story.
So you're one of the ones that it's more the principles that you follow, which is probably the closest thing to being a humanist that you'll get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thought so.
So why isn't Satanism recognized as a legitimate religion then?
It is.
It is.
It is?
Yep.
Hey, I'm joining. Where's the Vancouver chapter?
Is Raven's part of the Satanists that are behind the putting the statue up in Oklahoma, for example? Same group, am I right? They're doing it more to prove the point of separation church and state.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't tend to, like I say, believe in an actual Satan. It's just, you're not into this, everything's a sin, you don't believe in sin, you believe you're your own God, that you make your own choices in life, that there's no supreme being molding your life.
Yeah.
So Satanism is the atheist religion.
Yeah, basically.
In a way.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I am, but I enjoy the fear that people have being afraid of stupid things. To me, it's being afraid of stupid things. I'm not afraid of death. I've never been able to understand why, if you believe in a supreme being and you believe that you're going to go to heaven, why are you afraid to die?
I know, it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, the process of death is scary because there's some really fucked up ways to die. But I'm not afraid of death itself. I guess that's because I don't believe that there's some supreme being that can't wait to throw me in a fiery pit of hell, To
me, that's where the Muslims actually have it over the Christians, because they actually believe their bullshit. And you can see that by they worship death. They relish the chance of dying.
Well, they put so much emphasis on death, the afterlife. They live their whole life planning for an afterlife that they don't even know if it really exists or not.
They have to know it doesn't exist. They have to know.
Well,
Any sane person has to know. That's my point.
I don't know if I would believe that heaven would have 72 virgins. I'd rather have 72 whores because that would be more fun. But that's just me,
Yeah, I say the same thing. I don't want to go to heaven and spend an eternity teaching people what I want.
I know, right? I mean, you don't, you can't stand to be around people like that in life. Why would you want to spend the rest of your eternity around people, like they have the absolute worst music?
Yeah.
They do. Like, could you just imagine being through eternity listening to fucking Pat Boone and shit?
It's a mood killer.
Having Pat Robertson following you around, telling you, the earthquake was caused by, those devil worshippers in Haiti.
That lake of fire and brimstone starting to sound quite enticing right now.
To me, spending an eternity with Jerry Fartwell would be like hell.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
No, he died like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh, shit.
I think the only thing keeping Pat Robertson alive is hate and discontent.
Did you hear what he said yesterday? He's on this show, I guess, some Christian show every day, with his insights and his wisdom.
Yeah, the 700 Club or something.
Something like that, yeah. And all he does is just talk shit.
Yeah, I see people post all over Facebook all the time stupid shit he says. I don't bother clicking on it anymore. Just, more stupid shit out of that old codger's mouth.
Yeah,
Well, I always like the fear of, Satanists do this and Satanists do that, and there's like 54 levels you got to go through, like you're playing fucking Legend of Zelda or something, like we're all like It's fucking
So
stupid.
is there like a Satan's handbook?
Oh yeah, we all have this handbook, and it's like, you know, you got to go through all these levels, and really,
What's the percentage of tithing that you are commanded to produce every year?
absolutely nothing.
Ah, that's my kind of percentage.
Yep. I actually think that churches ought to pay taxes. There should be no more tax
Hell yeah.
exemption. I mean, let's look at it this way. You cannot get away from that shit no matter what you do. Especially this time of the year. You go in a store, there's constantly, well, that's the way it is where I live, you know.
Mhm.
But it's constant, you know, God this, Jesus that. There's a church on every corner, literally in some places. No matter what you do, you can't get away from it. It's all the time, 24 hours a day, you know? So if they want to get into your personal life and tell you what you can do, then they should pay taxes. You know, you don't want to separate church and state. You want to, you know, push your indoctrination on everybody, whether they're a Christian or not. Well, okay, start chipping in. Let's start paying taxes then. You want to tell me how to live? Well, pay some taxes.
Yeah, but then they're going to tell you how to live.
Well, they're going to do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No?
But if you see they're just like everybody else, though, you start digging into their wallet, they back off. They don't want to give up
Well,
that
they
money.
are a business. They're an entity, just like, you know, the local hobby store.
Yep. So, you know.
Well, we've been running for almost 3 hours now, so another 10 minutes and we'll wrap it up. About this Damien, about this secret group that you have been exposed as belonging to.
Oh God.
You know, you have a lot to answer for now. I mean,
I couldn't have hoped for a better reaction than just pure trolling could ever achieve.
Exactly. That was brilliant. But I just don't know if she was being, you know, if she was trolling or really being serious, because you never know, right?
Towards the end, I was starting to get the impression that she was clicking on. But definitely not at the start.
I don't know. She's really good. She's very sharp. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
What do you think, Ravens? Were you watching? Oh, she's not at her mic.
No.
Phantom Prophet, he's in the hangout on the side there, side chat, and he said something very, very profound earlier, but now I can't find it.
Who were you talking about being sharp? I was here. I've just had too many windows open. I was trying to find you.
Rose.
Well, I'd have to challenge anyone that's not only a creationist and also a flat earther. Can't be very sharp at all.
Well,
I don't think they're being serious. I think they're trolling. They have to be.
Well, Pillbox is a Poe. I'll get named down on that.
Yeah.
And not a very good one.
Well, he made a comment. He goes, "Oh, thank you for admitting you were a Satanist. We already knew that." Well, you know what? Like, I give a shit.
Exactly.
You know? Like, I care what you think. At least I'm not hiding behind a Bible being an asshole. I mean, really. You know, I'm me. I don't need a Bible to tell me how to live. I don't walk around pushing people's buttons, and you already had your opinion of me anyway, so I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Is Pillbox a Bible thumper? I didn't think he was.
The times I've heard him, he is.
Oh, like Christianity and that type of stuff?
I mean, you know, I don't care if you're a Christian. I just don't want to push. I don't want it pushed on me, and I don't want to hear about it. Good, go believe in Jesus. I don't care, but don't push it in my face. I could care less.
Fuck yeah, I'm totally with you. In fact, don't push it in anybody's face.
Well, and it's just like the same.
What I say.
It's just the same thing. I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim, and I don't post everything about my life, and then get mad when people have an opinion. If you post it, people are going to have an opinion. I don't put my whole life out here because it's none of anybody's business.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a channel that you want to promote, or anything that you're working on that you want to promote, or?
Nah, I just have fun. Oh, I ain't worried about it.
Okay. So you're not working on anything that you want to let the whole world know about?
Nah. Nope. I just keep it fun.
So, by association, can we accuse you of being part of this 4G cult?
What's a 4G cult?
Damien's the leader. Well, what he's
the question was asked of everyone what they do, or what have they done that's good, for someone else. It got to me, and me just being a shit stirrer that I am at times, said nothing, I'm an asshole, which Sid had already said nothing, he was an asshole. So I said the same, but then turned around and said, but I helped install the 4G internet network across this country, which helped further spread the dumbing down of society, to help further spread stupid. So.
Well, I guess if you could say there's anything that I do that's good, I would have to say I don't like people who lie. I don't like people who prey on kids. I can handle just about anything until it comes to preying on stupid people or mentally disabled people or kids. That I will not tolerate, and I will out that person, and I will let them. You give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but my obviously trolling comment was turned into I'm part of an organisation called 4G. I'm very angry at people, so I've got an agenda to cause harm.
Yeah, and he even admitted it on live internet, and there's a recording.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I see that, and like I say, if you are, I guess I'm one of those type of people. If I see somebody who's taking advantage of people, and just like this truther movement thing, it pisses me off. You've got people out there making a lot of money off people's fear, and it's bullshit. Most of it's bullshit.
Well, that's one reason why I'm fighting two ideological wars at the moment. One is fighting against religion, and two is fighting against modern day feminism, because it's just the same.
It is, and feminists don't speak for me. I'm not into hating men. I'm not into suppressing men from being men. I like men. I don't expect. I think that's why I'm so against this PC movement, this politically correct crap. It's gotten out of control, and it's out of hand.
Yep.
I mean, I may not agree with you, but you have the right to say what you want to, and it's just like the way people are going after Quentin Tarantino right now. I saw that on the news earlier.
Are they? Probably something stupid, I'm guessing.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, he went to one of these I think it was a Black Lives Matter, and he was just voicing his opinion on how not all cops are bad, but how there's a lot of cops out there murdering people for little or nothing. And now people are calling for, the cops are saying that they're going to boycott his movies, and, they're just going after him. And it's like, wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. You may not agree with what someone has to say, but this crap about, the group doesn't, agree with what you have to say, so let's go after them. Let's silence them, It's like you've got to constantly tiptoe around. Well, I don't. you know. But there's so many people out there for whatever reason. It's like they got to tiptoe around everybody else's feelings or everyone else's beliefs, and it,
Right.
you know, that's ridiculous.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, and a big part of that is a big part of what you just said there is collectivism. And when you're an actual liberal-minded person, that's all about individualism, which completely opposes collectivism. Collectivism is like a group of people. Fuck the individual. It's all about the group. Well, I say fuck the group. I'm more interested in the individual. The sum total parts, somebody's saying this wrong, are greater than the, I can't remember the saying now.
The sum of the parts is greater than the whole, or something like that.
Something like that. Not the other way around. Because you start removing parts, the whole fucking thing falls apart. That is reality.
Well, you know, if you don't like what somebody has to say, as long as they're not physically hurting someone, you know, you don't suppress what they have to say. Just get away from them. Don't listen to it. Go do something else. You know?
Well, my attitude is I want to shine a light on it because the more people that see how stupid this particular person is saying, well, the better chance we got to combat it.
Exactly. You know.
And that's how you silence them.
I'm for freedom of speech, period. Freedom of speech. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm going to say what I want to say. And, you know, everyone should have that right.
Yep. I think that's a good point, a good statement to make to end this broadcast. It's been 3 hours of literal fun. Thanks, Ravens, for coming. Damien, as always, we seem to hang out a lot, don't we?
We do. It's becoming a habit. Some people will start talking.
Well, y'all have a good one. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks. Yeah, do come again, Ravens.
Alrighty, see y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.